Welcome to the 100th episode of the Truth Hurts Show. I'm Jake Duesenberg, broadcasting live from Roseville, Minnesota, in the belly of the beast. At this show, we expose the truth. We expose corrupt politicians. We expose lying corporate media. We tell about their lies to all of you guys in this room. I should have asked them if we could do a scan in the room. Are you guys camera shy? We'll have to do a scan eventually. Yep. Joining me for our 100th episode is, I can't believe I'm looking at you right now, Mr. Straight-laced himself, the young William Beck. Some people call him the blonde Matt Walsh. Welcome back to the show.
It's good to be here. I'm glad you moved the time to 7 o'clock today because I probably would have only been here for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you were teaching and shaping young kids' minds up to the last minute here. We had to yell at you to come back on set.
Shaping young kids' minds.
Yeah, turn your volume down. Jeez, this guy. Should have told him how to do a show. All right, let's go with, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Dawson, I get it. All right, the honorable, is that what we call senators in Minnesota, the honorable?
Absolutely.
Nathan Wesenberg, filling the seat like he's at the Oscars right now, Brad Ganser, till MAGA Jesse arrives. we booked the show because MAGA Jesse was come back from a flight, and I needed to fill in, and that's what Brad, people don't know this about you, Brad. You do this professionally. Yeah. You go to the Oscars and the Grammys, and you're a seat filler.
Jesse.
Yeah. We also have Mark Bishofsky joining us. Bridget's in Kansas visiting family for the first time in a long time, reading your comments without any instruction. I'm going to regret this probably 10 minutes into the show. Is none other than Liberty Longbeard.
Yeah. Tucker 91 says, "Good evening, everyone. Happy 100th. Here's to 100 more." That's how Bridget does it, right?
No, we're picking it up. It sounds great.
Oh my God, it's good to have you back, buddy. Who else is saying hi from the fan base, by the way? Do your job, Tushy. By the way, wings are in his rider, so he does have his, what do you have, the Thai curry?
We got the Thai curry, extra crispy flats, all flats.
And Jaeger bombs, right?
Correct.
Okay. Comments. By the way, if you want to be a part of the show, Rumble Rants. The first Rumble Rant brings in Santa Claus. All right, so the first Rumble Rant, just click the Rumble Rant. Make sure if you haven't liked this show, you subscribe. Is that what it is? Subscribe?
I think so.
Yeah, subscribe.
Probably. That's probably
okay, there you go. Running the dials as always is Mr. Deep State himself, Dawson. How you doing there, buddy?
It's me. I'm doing good. I chugged a protein shake before this. I'm as loopy as you guys.
And sitting in the audience is K-Wall and T-Wall. I can't tell you how much that makes my day that you guys are here. Yeah. That was K-Wall right there in the flesh. And we'll have some other guests eventually when we do Rumble Rant. So let's go to who's checking in on us. Let's read the Rumble here, Mr. Tushy.
All right, we got Billy 22. Hello from Greater Minnesota. Dover Dan. Hello from Dover. Laser Jim 56. Frozen video on Rumble. Oh, that sounds like a problem, Dawson.
But do you not literally have any napkins? Napkins?
Kin?
You don't have any tissues or napkins with you?
Napkin? What is this thing you're talking about?
You better not touch
why
that.
he has
computer.
Oh, are you serious? That's what you do? You use your beard? You do not.
Napkin.
What do we
know.
Hey, do your job there, Tushy.
Oh, we got a $5. Is that what a Rumble Rant looks like? $5 razzles dazzles. Congratulations on the 100th show.
All right, that triggers the Santa Claus. We have Santa Claus live in studio.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, 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 ho.
What do you got there, Santa?
Well, I'll tell you what. On behalf of all your fellow Action for Liberty members
going on?
Yep.
and followers, as the president of the Action for Liberty group and a transplant from Wisconsin, I'd like to present you with a case of old-style beer.
There you go. J. Hellman Brewery in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Now, look at this. Santa, I didn't know Santa wore pink pants with his...
You know what? You know what?
Gender
I'm
neutral.
trying to be pronoun proper.
Oh yeah, there you go. What should I refer to you as? They? Should you be there? Look, it's like 100th episode. I forgot to use the microphone.
No, but it's my reindeer and stuff like that. They get confused.
That's true. You are so styling with the brown boots, the pink. Are those scrub pants?
You know, they are.
You didn't know you were going to be on set today. I kind of feel bad. I'm putting him on the spot here. You didn't know. He just normally wears pink pants.
Those are probably Mrs. Claus's pants.
Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, I had to do the laundry.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, thank you very much, Santa Claus. Thank you
Congratulations.
very much.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate the rant too.
Yes,
God
I
bless
guess.
you all.
And thank you, Razzle Dazzle, one of the true good fans of the show. Love Razzle Dazzle. So what was the provision you wanted? We're gonna get into the subject here. We're gonna have a fun, wild show for you guys. What you wanted? Tushi, you were telling me Rumble Rant does what? Chug a beer within like 10 seconds?
Oh, I said if somebody does a Rumble Rant for, I don't know, $30, whatever you want to say, I'll chug a beer in under 10 seconds.
$30 Rumble Rant,
old
chug
style.
a beer. Now, if you don't chug the beer in 10 seconds, does that mean you have to put up the $30?
Sure.
Okay. The confidence he had in that answer. I believe he can do that very easily. Right? He was very confident in that.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Brad Kansas whipped out his phone. He's like, yeah, $30. Hurry up.
Gotta open that case of beer.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, by the way, Dennis Wesenberg, who somehow looks like that pink pandaed Santa, also made this, gave us this wonderful gift of coins. And when I brought it in here, someone's like, are those tokens? And I was like, I better check if I can actually use these things. They do look like U.S. currency. So thank you for that. Okay, let's get into the show. Might have been the longest intro we've ever had. Oh, by the way, do you want some bourbon there, young William?
Yeah, they wanted to do this bit where they poured it for me on camera, I think.
It's
I've
a
been
good
waiting
bit.
this whole time.
What do you
for
mean
a
the
drink.
bit? What's that mean?
No, it's a good bit. Do
It's
it.
a bit.
Yeah.
I don't see what's going on.
Oh, am I ruining the bit by saying it's a
Yeah,
bit?
I
Is
mean,
there a
you're ruining the bit a little bit.
Did someone
but-
not tell me about a bit here?
Yeah.
Do I have to? Am I
Let's go to
supposed
the comments there, Tushi.
All right. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot says Liberty is the bomb. Billy22 says, I thought it was a Kamala Harris spotting, but it was just Santa. Ho, ho, ho. T. Campus says, old style and Yag looks like a party. And Bill Dangsfin says, Tushi, that's the number 2 with an S-H-E, is on his second bottle of Yag today.
There's some jokes that people won't get here. Oh, God, yeah, we're going to be laughing a lot tonight, I can tell. No, it's predictions for 2024. Here we're going to start out. That's what the name of the episode is. Predictions for 2024. Not the 100th episode, or not. Let's watch Tushi chug a beer in 10 seconds. We're going to get into the
Maybe I shouldn't have told my dad how to watch the show tonight, but
Is he really watching the show?
well, I told him how, see if he figured it out, but yeah.
He'd be so proud. Yeah, it's too bad he has a flip phone.
Might be watching on his television.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm not going to make it through this show. I'm going to die. All right. So we're going to start with predictions for the presidency, okay? 2024. I think we can all be honest. 2024 is going to be a crazy year, right? And by the way, we'll read your comments at home, so let us know what you think. Who is going to be on the tickets? Let's start with that. Who is going to be on the ticket come, well, let's just say September of 2024. That means both conventions have happened. You got the two main people. You could come up with an outsider or something like that that's running third party. But who's on the ticket? Brad, let's start with you. What are you thinking?
Real easy. It's going to be Trump and Gavin Newsom.
And how do you think Gavin gets on it?
There's no way they're going to let Joe Biden run.
Who's they?
The same people that didn't let Bernie Sanders run, the DNC and that operation. There's no way that those people, the group,
them.
Yeah, exactly. The Susan Rice types, they're not going to let Joe Biden run. There's no way they can. He can't even get through a full sentence these days.
Yeah. Okay. Wesenberg, your thoughts?
Trump, and I don't know.
You don't think it'll be Biden?
I don't know. It might be Biden. I mean, he was in the basement last time. They could put him in the basement again. Yeah.
But that would require a pandemic, you would think.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to that next, maybe.
We'll bring on Bishofsky for that part. William, we haven't talked in a while. What are your thoughts now?
I will bet Paul Tucci a box of wings that it will be Biden and Trump. for a rematch.
A box of wings.
What does a box of wings mean? That's
One of those things.
Oh, one of those. That's 20 wings in there.
20 wings.
That's like
Well,
$29.
I was going to make the same prediction, so I don't know if that's going to be a bet. But I was
I'll bet someone.
You guys are going. It's going to be Biden Trump, huh?
yep,
Okay.
it's the safest bet.
It is. I don't know if it's the safest.
It
bet.
looks like that's what it's shaping up to be.
Yeah.
Whether or not Gavin Newsom's secretly running a shadow campaign, which it kind of looks like he is,
I mean,
but
he clearly is, right? He's doing something. He's making some kind of move at this point.
I think Biden and his staffers are just so stubborn that they're going to press ahead anyway.
If they,
I think you're right. Biden will just do it because he doesn't care.
Well, no, and think about all
he's
the
being
people.
run by Obama puppet strings anyway.
Right, and they want to maintain
Right.
control. So, and he's the best guy to do it. So why change anything?
It doesn't matter what he says because they tell him what buttons to push. So.
yeah, but they're going to care
Oh,
if
look
he
at
can
this.
get elected.
Dover Dan says Trump and Big Mike.
That's my prediction.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, Trump and Big Mike. Bill Danksven, Trump and Michael Obama. Wow.
That's my prediction. I think that's what they do. They merge out of the Democrat convention with Big Mike, as some will call her, right? It's a woman. Come on, let's be honest. She's a good-looking woman, too. Michelle Obama's a good-looking woman. Come on, don't be that way. Don't be that. What's that?
Say it with a straight face.
I'm dead serious. You do believe Michelle Obama's not a woman?
I think it's funny.
You think it's... Well, it is definitely a funny conspiracy. It's a funny conspiracy, no doubt about it.
It's not a conspiracy, Jake.
Oh, really?
It's the truth.
It's the truth?
And the truth hurts.
You don't... I see what you did. But come on, let's be honest. You don't believe that, do you?
Well, not actually, but it's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so am I ruining the fun? Mark, what do you think?
I'm gonna get him in there.
Big Mike or whatever.
Swinging dick.
Oh.
You gotta duck down. You gotta duck down, Mark.
Well,
You're
I'm gonna get him in there on the stool.
Oh, you're gonna get him in the stool?
Yeah.
Oh, there is a spot back here.
There is a spot, yep. And he's got
The mic
in
is
the
on the side table.
whatchamacallit lapel mic. We're still waiting for MAGA Jesse to join.
You want to hear
Getting
about
off
a
flight.
real conspiracy theory?
Yeah, give me a conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory. Taylor Swift, known Eagles fan, saw the Chiefs beat her team in the Super Bowl and set in motion a plan to destroy them from within.
Is she? I
about
actually
it.
saw that meme today. Is she really an Eagles fan?
Well, she's wearing an Eagles sweatshirt
Yeah.
in that meme.
What does that mean?
I just thought it was something to say.
My son cheers for the Vikings. Says the Cowboys are his favorite team. After last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were his favorite team. Will cheer for my Bears. And what is that? He likes another team or something like that. And it's just really, like, it changes all the time, right? Flag football, he was the Cowboys this year. That's why he's a Cowboys fan. So it really just, what are you, a Cowboys fan?
Heck yeah.
How are you a Cowboys fan?
I don't know.
Ouch, I'm sorry.
Cowboys won, Vikings 2.
Oh, okay.
Anyone that plays the Packers, number 3. That's my.
That's pretty.
Oh,
That's fair.
That's kind of like me. I cheer for the Vikings, but my favorite team is the Steelers. So
did you say you cheer for the Vikings?
yeah, I try to. I
Like,
try my best. I try my best.
We got Mark Bishofsky
Pom-poms.
joining us. Mark, how
Pom-poms.
you doing there, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good.
Did you want something to drink?
No, I'm good. I got to drive my kids home.
Gotcha. Well, you look very,
Mark, I
This is
might
my
have
you
new
look like
grandpa
Mr.
sweater.
Rogers-y there.
Yeah, my wife bought this for Christmas. This is the second year. in a
I mean,
row.
I love it.
Grandpa sweater. That's what we call it.
Mark, is your mic on?
It should be.
Can you
Uh-oh.
tap on it?
Oh, what does that mean?
Okay, gotcha. And then will you scoot closer to William too? Are you?
I don't
you
mind.
Oh,
Don't
and no
worry.
problem there.
You can move.
Oh,
the
careful. We
table.
got drinks up there.
Yep.
So did they not get the audio from Mark? Is that-
They probably did, but say it again just in case.
I don't remember. It's my
Okay.
grandpa sweater.
there you go.
My wife got it for Christmas. It's the second year in a row I got this like grandpa
It
sweater.
looks like Mr.
lovely
Rogers.
Yeah. It's cozy. It's warm. It's not Patagonia.
It's not. Well, I wasn't the one calling you out on that.
Somebody did.
What? So tell me, you think it's Michelle on the ticket? What do you think?
Oh, who will be on the ticket? I don't think they're going to be able to run Biden. I think that guy is just like on the end of the rope with what they can do with him.
Right.
He can't think. He's propped up. They got him on Adderall or whatever the hell they're feeding him to get him to give
Oh,
a 5
come on,
minute.
man.
I don't think he can do it.
Well, don't you think they'll do it if they can? Like if he could win, because they've got a puppet. That's the best thing possible for the Democrats.
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point. If he can survive through what, November 5th, is it?
I don't know. It's something
If he can survive through that date, maybe they do that. I mean, it's such a circus. Who knows? I mean, and then so if he wins and dies, then who?
Mm-hmm.
Who is he going to be with? Kamala?
No, they're not going to do that. There's no way.
Oh,
What are the fans saying there?
We need a rumble rant for Tushy to slam a beer.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
we
getting
need.
Rumble
thirsty
rant
over
makes
here.
him slam an old style, I guess. What do we got here?
Getting a little dry over here.
Alleycat62, she's a dude. Odd one, she's a he.
She's a he.
Patriot Hack, congratulations on 100th.
Thank you, Patriot Hack. Appreciate that.
Dover Dan says, nope, no Biden. And Odd One says it's not a matter of him winning, it's who can they place.
That's exactly the way I look at it. But see, that's why I think they bring out Michelle Obama. They go into that convention, they emerge with Michelle Obama. And I just think Biden's going to have some kind of health issue, or they finally let the Hunter stuff run all the headlines in the major papers. And look how old I sound. Major papers. Who talks that way anymore? The mainstream media, okay? We got to go down there and get that paper today. You know what the hell am I talking about? I guess still the average voter is like in their 60s, so they're probably still reading the papers. But that's what they do is they kill him at the convention. They bring out Michelle Obama. There you go. First prediction 2024. You heard it from me. Now we got a couple people in this room. You guys tried making a bet. If you're just tuning in, they tried. William actually tried betting a box of wings. You know, standard unit of measurement there, a box of wings.
It's the new currency.
It's the new
we got to get
currency.
off the dollar, man. It's going to be wings.
There you go, box of wings. And but you guys had the same prediction, so you guys think it'll be a traditional ticket between them. So here's my next question. Okay, is Trump on every ballot in all 50 states? Go ahead, William.
Yes.
Yes.
Wesenberg,
Yep.
Yes.
Tushy.
I was gonna say I'll say no. I'll just say no, but I mean I don't know for sure. I guess I'm no lawyer, you know, but no, I mean I'm definitely not a lawyer. I was asking this. So here's
You look like
I was
one.
having this
I
discussion.
was confused this whole time.
I was having this discussion at over a Christmas event at someone's home, and we were discussing some of this stuff. And it's like,
Is there a reason you can't tell us whose home this was?
why were they throwing? They threw out all these things against Trump first. It's like, oh well, he, paid somebody a bribe and called it a legal fee or something like that. And then that didn't really resonate with people. People weren't like, oh my God, I'm so outraged that, he reported something wrong on his taxes or something. So then they went with, what was the next thing they hit him on? That he said that his buildings were worth more than they were, to get a loan, that he exaggerated the value of his buildings. And then the bank said that the very banks that gave him the loan were like, well, yeah, most of our clients do that. It's kind of standard. So that didn't resonate. So then they went to this insurrection and, calling the election a fraud. Why didn't they go with that to begin with? Well, I mean, my thought was right away when they went with that, I said, well, they can't try him for that. The Senate's already found him not guilty. The Fifth Amendment says you can't be held in double jeopardy for a crime, right? He's already been tried of those things before the Senate found not guilty. So, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, but you'd think that if it does go to the courts, I would think maybe the Supreme Court could say, look, he's already been found not guilty of these things, and and also just maybe leave him on the ballot because people can have that choice.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't it just politics in the end? Like, it
People
doesn't matter
do
what
what
the
they
law
can get away
says,
with, yeah.
right?
Yep.
It doesn't matter what the law says.
Does a
That's what-
Senate decision count towards double jeopardy, though? It's not a jury or a court.
Well, it should, because the number one legal guy in our country is the Chief Justice, who oversees it. He can't moonlight to do that.
Well, plus they do have the power to try it, right, and convict. So yes, I don't know how
Well,
you could look,
so-
but they didn't do it. I think what
Right.
happened is the Senate just never took it up.
Well, then how could Colorado do what they're doing in the
That's
first
what I'm
place?
saying. Is it just doesn't matter what the law is. They just
It
are going to
doesn't.
do whatever the hell they're going to do. What were you going to say, William?
Well, that's why I was
You're
having
looking
a
mighty
conversation.
nice today, by the way.
Thank you.
Love it. The gray shoes matching the gray coat.
Well, the only thing I messed up on is the socks. I wore the short socks today, not the
Yeah.
long ones.
Yeah, well, you
Um,
got to cut it off, so don't worry. Dawson's taking
Right.
care of you.
Right. Well, I was just going to say, I was having this conversation with someone. I could have sworn that they did take up the vote, but we went and looked, and I don't think they actually voted on whether or not to convict Trump in the Senate.
Oh no, they didn't. Well, first of all, they have to try him. They didn't have a public trial, right? They don't just convict; they have to take the public trial.
Well, they did the impeachment vote before they had
that's the
impeachment
House.
proceedings.
But
in
that's the House. The
I know. I'm
Senate
saying
then can-
precedent's out the window, though.
Yeah.
They'll do whatever they want.
Uh-oh.
What do we got?
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, $20 donation, chug.
There you go. Okay, are we doing the old style, or are we doing?
Yeah, the old style.
I was gonna say we got Tall Boys in.
No, we're doing the old style. That's how I learned to chug a beer in less than 10 seconds back in the,
What?
well, the
Shotgun
statute of
it?
limitations expired back in the 1990s. We used to do this in the woods in northeast Wisconsin.
Beer bong, or did you poke a hole and then crack the shotgun in?
You'll see.
All right, we got old style going.
Shotgun.
I don't know
that
who's
bad boy.
timing this.
I got the clock.
In Wisconsin this next year, they're going to legalize you to bartend at the age of 14.
All right, so Brad's timing it.
Yep, ready,
Very
set,
based.
go.
1001, 1002. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Whoa.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What are we doing? What?
10.9 seconds.
10.9 seconds. There's a lot of foam there. Are we gonna give it to him?
Yeah, good. That was
I
close
give
enough.
All right.
this.
K-Wall says we're giving it to him. That was actually very impressive.
Boy, love old style. Such a good beer. Such a good.
Oh my God. All right. Do we have him chug for everyone? I mean, this show's taking a different turn already. It's as if we need him to be more entertaining than he already is.
Brings me back to my teenage years, Jake.
Sure. Well,
Wow.
yes. Statute of limitations are gone on that one. Odd one. No Bud Light. I love it.
Did you see? This is off topic. Did you see Dana White's trying to
There's no off topic today. By the way.
uncancel Bud Light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, it's not crazy. I mean, they got a point.
Dana White
that-
and Kid Rock.
Yeah. Dana White's got a point.
Kid Rock.
He's got
is
like
turned it-
I don't know. He's got like 100
Really?
million
Yeah.
points, right?
after he shot it up, now he's coming back and saying
Well,
they're
he
okay.
always liked Bud Light. You guys saw the pictures floating around that he was still drinking it even after he shot it up. It's all performance for these people.
How dare
Did
you?
Dawson just groan in there?
No, I said
Oh.
he did. He did. A celebrity didn't do exactly what
Well,
he said. He was
Dana's walking back because he got that big sponsorship deal from them.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I'm
He's
not
got
sure
100
why
he's got
Kid
a-
Rock
He's
is.
got a point. He's got 100 million points, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big deal. Here's my thoughts on it. I'm glad you brought it up because I wanted to bring it up on the show last week or 2 weeks ago because this has probably been 2 weeks old. Here's the deal. Like, I don't give a crap if the UFC is sponsored by Bud Light. Good for them for taking Anheuser-Busch's money. I'm still not going to drink that garbage, right? I'm still like, this is the problem. Bud Light made a fatal flaw. I don't think marketing is going to bring it back because here's the deal. Their product is not superior to the other products. If I was doing a blind taste test, I'd probably say Miller Lite of the three main light beers is the best, right? But-
No,
You a Coors man?
Mick Golden.
There
No,
you
no,
go.
the
Oh,
three
that's
main.
okay.
That's Bud.
Well, the three,
Well, I know it's Bud. I'm not
I know,
saying.
but the three main: Bud Light, Miller Lite, and Coors Light. Those are the three main, right?
Yeah, I can't drink Miller. Tastes like piss.
You like Coors, or did you like Bud Light more?
Bud Light.
There you go. We got him to say it. There you go. That's all we were trying to do. Trying to get him to.
I don't drink Bud Light
There we got
anymore,
it.
but when I did, I drank Bud Light.
We
Yeah.
still need to order that case of Ultra Right.
No, we
It's
don't.
making the rounds on social media again.
Yeah, they're probably like, this thing's garbage. Here's
Yeah.
the deal.
And it's like $35 a case, or
Hey, that's the price for Patriots.
The beer that
That's
Santa
right.
brought us is superior to all of those beers. Yeah.
Ordered from the monks.
Let's get another
Yeah.
Rumble rant going here. We can have another old style.
Okay. Here's the deal. Like, okay, maybe you like Bud Light a little bit better, but let's just be honest. It's not hard to leave, and you just said Michelob Light. I don't know why
Yep.
I'm sticking with the main three. You could go to Michelob Light. We did PBR.
well, no, I quit drinking that though too because they're owned by Anheuser-Busch, so I drink Coors Light now.
Okay, well, there you go. So, to me, there's
silver
not
bullets.
much. It's like if you screw up, I'm just trying to think of an example
Actually,
here.
Coors Banquet.
Oh,
What's
the
a
good
product?
stuff.
Yeah.
What's a product that can't be replaced, right? Like
Tushy.
Jägermeister. How are you going to replace that?
I'd say I'm a Milwaukee Tools guy. You know, if
Yeah.
they mess with Milwaukee Tools, all right, let's do firearms. Well, let's say you're a Glock guy. You're a loyal Glock guy. That's hard. That's hard to replace Glock because, you know, a Sig Sauer, Beretta, these are different firearms. So, but it's not that much difference between those light beers. So now I am stuck with, why would I go back to this other crappy product that already said we don't really share your values? So quite frankly, good for UFC. Take the $100 million from Anheuser-Busch. I'm still not drinking Bud Light. The only loser here is not Dos Equis. What was the one that had it before? Modelo.
Modelo.
Yeah, they did good commercials.
Yep.
So that sucks. Okay, well, you're a martial arts fan, right? You're a black belt in Taekwondo?
Yes.
Nice.
Ooh,
What do we got here?
Tucker 91. $20 is worth seeing you guys as trash as I was after the Christmas party.
Here you go, buddy.
All right, Tucker 91. Thank you, and Dad, if you're watching,
Tucker was down
America.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. He's getting better. He's a monster. He's getting better as we go along.
Does that
9.5.
9.5. He dropped off a second.
does that just
Squeeze
go
the can a
like,
little bit to get it out a little quicker.
does
What's
that just go like straight down or
It's clearly going straight
Oh my
down.
gosh.
There's nothing stopping it on the way down.
that's crazy.
Where does it go?
I just realized we're gonna lose our official comment reader multiple times in the show while he has to relieve himself. Hey, what's that bucket doing down there?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Condom catheter.
Let's see.
Should have got him one of those.
Odd one says, agreed, Jake, but do you avoid Target 2? I won't go near one. BDC 1450 says, do you guys think
Hold on,
drinking...
slow down. Oh, but do you avoid Target too? I won't. Well, see, yeah, Target. Well, that's a tough one because Target's a nicer store than Walmart, right? So that one is a little harder to do. Okay, but a lot of us still did it. For the most
Yeah,
part, I avoid
I
Target.
just did it.
We got rid of our Target card. We don't go to Target. But all we have in Little Falls is Walmart. So
But that one's harder. You got to admit that one's
Right.
harder because there is not as many different options.
Right.
Whereas in like Bud Light, that's easy. Like,
Well, it's literally when you go to the freezer or whatever, you open the door, you don't reach for Bud Light, you simply reach for a different beer.
Yep.
When it comes to going to the store, that's a lot harder because you don't have all these stores in the same proximity of each other.
Yeah.
Like you have to make the conscious decision to drive out of your way. And that's why it's been harder for so many people. I think.
I agree. Yeah, especially if you think of an area where like your Walmart's 20 miles away and Target's just down the street. So,
Right,
yeah,
right.
big time. But screw Target. Seriously, screw those guys, right? Fair point on
BDC
one.
at BDC 1450. Do you guys think that drinking light beer is helping your waistline? Drink real beer. All right, God save our republic. Is Wesenberg going to give away a pair of underwear at the next year's A4L Christmas party? Just asking for a friend.
How much did that
Do we
tie
need to
go
give
for, by the
context
way?
here?
That tie went for $500.
So we're doing an auction at our Christmas event, fun Christmas event, huh? Right? So we're doing all these auction items, and Wesenberg comes up to Mark Bishofsky, who's the MC for the night. Mark's like, Wesenberg wants to auction off his tie. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So I'm like, no, we got enough items as is. Well, Wesenberg's real insistent. So Mark comes back up to me. He says we got to do it, and I go, fine, we'll do it. So, the tie was like, what is
Well,
it?
it had a chainsaw on it and it said, come and take it.
Come and
because
take
the
it.
Democrats were trying to take away our small gas engines this year. So my wife made me the tie and I wore it on the Senate floor.
Did I ever tell you our idea? I'll get back to the story, but that was the senator from Maple Grove or whatever not Maple Grove. What's his name? He's very old guy. He's not running again. What's his name?
He's not that old.
He was like an Air Force sergeant major or something like that. He was in the House and he ran for the Senate. No, I'm sorry. Opposite. How he was in.
Oh,
Oh, Jerry Newton.
Jerry Newton. There you go. Sorry. Not
I didn't
that
know he was in the Air Force.
Well, he was a sergeant major of Air Force or Army, but I got to imagine it was Air Force.
Oh.
Yeah. I was trying to diss the Air Force on that one. So, anyhow, it was his bill to get rid of the lawn equipment and lawnmowers that are gas powered. So we had this idea that we would do a parade down his street.
And riding lawnmowers.
Riding lawnmowers. And then he's not running for re-election. We're like, whatever. So, anyhow, I went on a tangent. Now I forgot where we were going.
Talking
with
about
it.
my tie and you.
Your tie.
Yeah.
Chainsaw said, come and take it. So we put it up there, and the thing went for $550. $550 donated to Action for Liberty to help us spread the message of liberty.
I tried bidding on it, but $200 would have been the most expensive tie, and then
you
it
really?
went beyond $200.
Were you at $200 in that
He was
tie?
at $250.
Was it $250?
Yeah. And I said, this young man can't afford that. Someone has to outbid him.
They're paying teachers these days. He's bidding in $200 on a
See?
tie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a Trump tie. Which I actually own one.
Only worn chainsaw tie on the Senate floor.
That's true.
Well, and it's signed, too.
It is. And
I could probably get you to sign other stuff. but
I
it's-
have another idea for a tie, and yeah, that'll come next time.
You ever run for president or something? That tie will be worth some serious cash.
No,
right.
there's too many skeletons there. There's no way he's running for president. when
It'll all help
keeping
me
it
win.
real. All right. Where did we leave off here? Well, let's start with this. Minnesota House. Does that go Republican in 2024 there, William?
Well, you're starting with me. I need time to think about
Well,
it.
you're the half of the political junkies, you know?
I like to be optimistic, and not optimistic in the sense that I wish rhinos had more power,
Yeah.
but optimistic in the sense that I wish there'd be some form of check on these awful Democrats.
What about U.S. House? Do you think that's gonna stay Republican?
I think the courts might have just gerrymandered the Democrats into power.
Explain that to people that aren't keeping track of that story.
So there are these groups of Democrats that are suing states under the voter rights amendment, whatever it's called, equal rights amendment. Anyway, they're saying that these gerrymandered maps in states like Florida, Alabama, Ohio, whatever, are disproportionately not representing African Americans or minorities. And they're actually winning these cases. Now judges are ordering that they redraw these congressional districts so that they're more fair, so they include minority-majority districts. And that's essentially just giving Democrats the U.S. House, considering that's already such a slim majority in Republican hands right now. So,
I mean, what is it? What is it, a 10? What is the
I think it's like
majority?
an 8-seat majority
It's
right
not a
now.
lot.
It's
Yeah.
very slim. And Kevin McCarthy's leaving. Bill,
Is he finally left?
I think.
You said by the end of the year.
I think he's done. I don't, not now, but I think he's quitting, right?
George
Well, yeah,
Santos
he was
is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
It's throws, yeah.
2 peas in a pod, right? What do you got, Tushy?
What are they saying?
You want my input or you want some comments?
You gotta
Whatever. You look
Okay.
like you're ready to talk
Oh yeah, for sure.
and ready to eat a
Well,
wing.
yeah. Well, yeah, and actually, I was actually having a discussion. My parents were in town for Christmas, and I was playing Sheephead, very popular game in Northeast Wisconsin. I was playing Sheephead with my parents today. We were having this discussion about how Wisconsin's, trying to take this to the Supreme Court, how their districts are gerrymandered, and they're trying. The Democrats wanted to. Well, prior to 2010, they were gerrymandered the other way for about 20 years. And I have a bunch. I grew up in Wisconsin. I have relatives all in Wisconsin, and they were all like the ones that lived north of Madison. They were all like, well, they're in these very Republican rural areas, and there's like fingers coming out of Madison to take their put them in the district of Madison, so that the Democrats tried to put all these 55-45 districts in Wisconsin to get as many districts as possible, and then they didn't anticipate that a Tea Party year like 2010, where Obama won in 2008, and the Democrats also got the House and the Senate, and then they passed Obamacare, and the Patriots were so upset in 2010 that Republicans came out in force, and Democrats, since they had full majority of everything in Washington, were less energized to come out. And all these 55-45 gerrymandered districts, a lot of them went Republican. Republicans took the majority in Wisconsin, and they could gerrymander the districts. Well, it's so much easier for Republicans to do that, because if liberal voters tend to live, Democrat voters live in the cities, can draw these districts in the cities that are 70%. Well, I was having this discussion with my parents over cards. They said, I don't know, I haven't looked at the demographics of these districts, but you'd think that gerrymandering, if you're going to, say gerrymandering a district in the cities, you're going to actually have minority majority districts that way, because you would have, districts that were extremely, if you have, let's say in Houston area, districts where they're more like Hispanic or black or whatever, they would have these minority majority districts there, because they would all be drawing the lines inside the cities, to keep these 70-80% Democrat districts there. So I don't understand how the Republicans are actually not having majority districts. The Democrats would have a hard time gerrymandering, because the way they have to draw the districts out like a slice of pizza, or from the cities, because they all live in the cities. Yeah, but as far as the Minnesota House too next year, I don't know. I would, William City likes to be optimistic. I want to be optimistic also, but I think there's 2 reasons I don't think the Republicans will win the Minnesota House, and one of them is it's a presidential year. In 2020, according to the Minnesota Secretary of State, the voter turnout was 79.
Yeah, that's an anomaly.
96.
That's an anomaly.
So-
2016, they won.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jake,
well, so
do you have any
President-
toothpicks?
So in
You should throw them on the floor and see how fast Paul can count them.
So in 2022,
He's like
where
Rain Man.
it's Democrats turn out to bigger numbers in presidential years. In 2022, Republicans barely won like 3A, 3B. Some of these seats that they barely won.
Northern Iron Range
Yeah,
areas.
like the two. Yeah,
2A,
and
But-
so
but Paul-
Bemidji North.
Republicans picked up seats in the Minnesota House in 2020 and in the U.S. House in 2020 as well. So
Yeah,
if
but-
we're going off that momentum,
I'm saying some of these seats that
Oh.
the Republicans picked up, like
Rant.
say 3B, in this year it's a presidential year, 3B, which was it Mary Murphy lost by just a handful of votes.
but that's
That'll-
because it was Mary Murphy, an
Hey,
entrenched
hey,
incumbent.
respect the rules.
Yeah.
Dover Dan put in a.
Dover Dan, another
I think
$20
he's trying to
rumble
shut
rant.
Tushy up. He's trying to get too serious all of a sudden.
Well, anyway, no, I think that's one reason is
Anyway.
the turnout will be higher and some of so I think Republicans will be able to flip some districts, but I think districts like 3B they'll be harder to hold on to because the higher turnout of Democrats. And the second thing is because the HRCC can't seem to ever win any elections that they go because they spend their money very unwisely.
Well, they got a
And-
new person at the helm,
and
so how
we
do you
don't
know that?
I hope that they would. I actually got a chance to at the
The
state
creature
central
from Spectacle Lake is no longer in charge. We don't
at
know
the
how
state
this is
central
going to go.
committee meeting. I
Hey,
looked. the
Paul, you're
Republican-
violating the rules
You
of
are
the Rumble
violating the
Rant.
rules. You
in the
gotta-
eye.
You got to do your job.
Yep.
What does the Rumble Rant say, first of all?
Yep.
It says chug, and I want to hear a beer belch.
Oh
over
my
Dan.
God! There we lose the female audience, just like that.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, we have a guaranteed one woman in the audience. I don't know if we have
I
any more
think we're
otherwise.
taking a major risk here. Like
Some-
T-Ball being one of our biggest fans might be like, "Yeah, I'm done with these guys." Now I've seen it in person. Are you still with us?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. Let me know if we're crossing the line, then we'll just fire.
The outstate ladies kind of like that.
There you go. That's
You ever been to Ely?
yes. All right. 10 seconds.
All right.
Brad
Ready,
Ganser's got the
Set,
clock.
go.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008.
1009.
He's cutting time every
It's
time.
like 8.5.
What does
I
it
think.
say?
Right at 10.
That was, I think your thumb was off on that one.
And Dover Dan,
Oh my God.
because that's for $20. So I'm
By the way, we are not setting good examples for the kids out there.
bringing in the donations tonight, though.
Yes. Listen, folks. Paul Tushy is a trained drinker, so don't try this at home. All right. This is 30 years of Wisconsin residency that established these credentials. So don't think you can go do this at home. He is a professional. Cheers to all you guys, by the way. 100th episode. Hey, how about that? 100th episode. Thank you to everyone doing the Rumble Rants in the comment section. Really appreciate it. What's BDC you have to say?
Dover Dan says weak. Come on.
Didn't think
The burp, I think he's talking about. Yeah.
Go to some comments here, Tushy, if you can still read comments.
All right, Bill Dingsfin says next year Senator Wesenberg should donate one of his gas cans for the A4L Christmas party.
Oh my God! I should have the picture ready to go so people knew what he's talking
no,
about.
We're gonna get taken down from Rumble.
Oh, my
Like
God.
the first video ever taken down from Rumble.
That's the best thing ever. Would you do that? We'd have to explain to everyone what the history is behind it.
Well, I can give you a gas can.
By the way, those are like hot commodities. Those
They
gas
are.
cans, because
I get like $30 a piece for them.
dude, Obama. I mean, of all things he screwed up, and it was a lot. The gas can, right?
You know, when you go to use a gas can now with this stupid safe
Yep.
nozzle, you get more gas spilt than.
Yes.
It's not safe at all. You push the thing and gas leaks all over the place. It's
You know, they
worse.
finally in the last year came up with a new one that actually kind of works, and I finally bought one. But yes, those.
Well,
other
I
ones
just
are
take and
trash.
I like break it out and I turn it into a regular nozzle and yeah.
Yeah, it's
Duct
so,
tape.
dude. It's so stupid. I saw one of my favorite memes of all time is Trump. If you really want to make America great again, change this and add a picture of the old or the new gas can. I was like, yeah, exactly. That was the Obama era PPA thing. They screw up the gas can. They screw up so much, and they screw up the gas can. I don't know why that one angers me so much. It's such a pain in the ass. You spill so much gas in your garage.
That tells you how bad our elected officials at doing things when we have to worry about changing gas can nozzles.
Well, it's
Like,
like
why do we worry about that?
it's the boiling frog effect, right? Like things are getting steadily worse and
That's
worse,
right.
and people are just sitting there and taking it. It's awful.
Well, that's what the flag. See this whole flag
Yeah.
change because I was talking to a guy from Iowa today. That's what it was to me. Like I was kind of puzzled. It started out last week. I'm like, why is everyone so irate about the flag? And then it just hit me. It's like they're mad because we've just. Do you need more bourbon? What do you need? Oh, a beer? You want an old style? Yeah. You gotta chug it in 10 seconds. So we've already gone through like half a dozen there in the old style. Thank you, Santa Claus. That was awesome.
My goodness.
But that's it. Is they're just mad at all these things that keep changing, and then finally it's like the flag. It's like just another thing they're doing, and it doesn't make any sense, and that's why people are mad about it. By the way, Dawson, go back to their view. We have this beautiful. I didn't even realize this. Scroll up a little bit, and you can see we got this beautiful painting of the Minnesota flag.
That thing's more valuable now that they changed it.
So that's not actually the old flag though. That's an artistic rendition of it.
Well, thanks. We know there wasn't an outline of Minnesota over it, but
Just making
other
sure.
than that, it is a flag, right?
I mean,
Turns out we
Close.
actually became experts on the Minnesota flag in last week,
Yeah, it's
and
true.
there is no original version. Every time you look at that like middle part, it's changed every single thing. And by the way, we also showed how the artist like just drew a line over the guy's foot. It's hilarious. Okay, let's go to the comment section here, Tushi.
We only got one new one. We got odd one.
What do you
says,
mean we have one new one? We got a whole thing full of new ones.
Timmy today says, as of January 1st, landlords have to keep the heat at 68. Like, who can sleep through that hot at night? Regulate us to the nth degree.
That's a great point. Not everyone likes it. I know people
true.
that keep it at like 62. At
what?
night.
Why
I
don't they
wish I
just
could.
give people the opportunity to change it to what they want, like within a threshold?
I don't
Can
think
you not
that's.
do that?
I haven't looked at the law to be fair, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But
So do landlords make you keep your temperature at a certain degree? I don't know because I don't rent. But
Ours did in my last apartment.
because they don't want the pipes freezing, right?
Well,
I think
if
it's
you
'cause
like
they were
it,
bad.
if you like to sleep, if you like it cool when you go to bed, and you're a renter, unfortunately, as of January 1st, you're out of luck to sleep in a cool environment. But if you have junior high school boys, you can rest assured they will have tampons and maxi pads in their school bathrooms starting January
Thank
1st.
God.
Well, that is going into effect in Minnesota. Boys' bathrooms will have
Just think
tampons.
they're all going to get vandalized.
Yeah, exactly. You can't trust them.
I mean,
And
come on.
How often? What do you got, Santa?
That's it.
That's it? Oh, I thought you were piping in Santa.
I wonder what Swadzinski has to say about that.
Why? Is he the author of the bill or what?
Well, no, I'm just talking about when I questioned him on.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah,
yeah.
you think I just remember your whole career there?
I bet people would like to watch that if we could.
Yeah.
If we could pull it up.
Nah, it's the 100th episode.
We're just not going to talk about. Hey, we should talk about the elections. That's
Well, here's
the-
what I want to ask you guys about. This is a valid question. Will Trump be? Well, let's see. This will be a two-parter. First of all, will he be in jail before the election in November? You say no.
No.
Let's start with.
No, oh yeah, definitely no, because Jack Smith asked the Supreme Court to take up the case, and they declined to do so. So the main case where he probably could be thrown in jail isn't going to take place till after the election.
Mm-hmm.
So for that reason,
What about the classified documents one though? That's the
is
best
that
jury,
not
by
the
the way.
one?
He
No,
won't
no, he's
ever
not.
be in jail.
Oh wait, yeah, Jack Smith is on that one.
Yeah.
Trump will never be in jail.
You don't think he'll ever go to jail?
If he goes to jail, we will have civil
All right, so
war.
you
That's
guys
right.
don't
That's
think
what I was just going to say. That's your civil
I
war right
guarantee.
there.
you
If
guys
people say
don't think Trump's convicted at all? He's
No.
got
he
92
will do
counts.
no jail time. If he does one day in jail, that'll be civil war.
Everything puts him in prison that he's being convicted of, and don't think for a second these guys don't want to put him in prison. Do you guys think the 92 things he's being charged with, 3 of them bad jurisdictions, like arguably Manhattan, Atlanta, and Washington, D.C., there's no justice in those jurisdictions, and
So-
none of you guys think he'll be convicted of at least one thing?
Well, the government will always do only what it can get away
Playing
with.
the
So,
microphone.
like say back in 1919, the
that?
federal government wanted to ban alcohol. they say, well, the Constitution doesn't allow us to ban alcohol, so they pass the 18th Amendment, ban alcohol. It's a spectacular failure. They repeal it via the 21st Amendment. Alcohol is legal again. Thank God. Cheers. Then in the 60s, Nixon says we're going to make drugs illegal, right? They don't. It's not constitutional. Clearly, when they wanted to ban alcohol, they had to amend the Constitution.
Right.
War on drugs is unconstitutional. They go forward with it anyway because they do what they can. And then as soon as people started, it's like obviously people were using marijuana. States started to legalize it. The federal government's like, shoot, we don't want to get into 10th Amendment issues. We don't want to get into the constitutionality of this. We're just going to let it go. It's like people, this would be a flashpoint. If they put Trump in jail for one day, they would face so much uprising, they won't do it.
But don't you think they want that though? That's what that's the way I'm going nowadays.
They won't do it. It'll destroy.
But they want to destroy America. Here, I want to bring this up.
Everything.
I want to bring this up, Dawson. Let's go to this. Alex Jones, we shared this on. By the way, love the fact he's on Twitter again. I mean, that's great, or X, whatever the hell they call it. He shared a video. He was talking about. Actually, Dawson. Let's go to line 15. This is because then you guys don't need your earphones. Go to line 15. This is something he shared. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is showing the border. Yeah, look at this. Now, this is, what I believe, a day on the border. By the way, are these Mexicans?
Hamas.
And so, and this is going to show many different scenes. Yeah, look at those traditional Mexicans there, right?
Well, where are the women and children?
That's actually even more scary. And there's plenty of images of women and children. And that's another thing he uncovered, I think, right before Christmas.
What is that on the right-hand side of the screen?
That's a cactus.
Oh God, jeez. Maturity of these senators. What they say is he says that the Lolita Express, basically the flights that took Clinton and other world leaders to Epstein's Island, what's going on the border is like 10 times as bad, which I agree. And I've heard the horror stories of kids drowning as they try to bring fentanyl over the border. So when you see these scenes here, I mean, look at this. This is crazy to see this stuff. How do you look at what's going on and not think that literally they, in this circumstance, Tucci, the global elites, are really trying to destroy America? And so that's, to me, why they throw him in prison, is because it brings civil unrest, and that might be what they want in the end.
I think you're right. I just don't know if they can be successful, but I think you're right. They want unrest.
I mean, clearly they want unrest, right?
Yeah, well, I think that they think so less of our intelligence that they thought they would have pushed us there a long time ago. And we're smart enough to know that we can't do that because it's bad.
Well,
we don't want that to happen.
We were there in 2020, right? During the
no, I mean like Civil War. We're fighting each other with guns and full-blown war is what I'm talking about. We can't do that because it's bad. We can't go there.
Yeah,
so,
but I think that's the direction we're heading.
That's what they. Well, I agree. That's what they want, but that can't happen. But
okay, let me ask you this, Senator Wesenberg. Let's imagine they destroy the supply chains, and the people in the cities are without a lot of the things that they need, like food and medicine and stuff like that. What happens? Just imagine a 1-week disruption of those kind of services.
What are they going to do? I mean, the people in the cities, what are they going to do? Like, they're
going to go find the people who got it, and guess who's got it? The people in the rural areas, right? That's what I think the Civil War is. It's the urbanites versus the rural Americans.
How are they going to get here?
I mean, whatever gas is left in that tank, right?
Well, hey, they drive electric cars, right? So they're
not enough of them
right?
yet. Yeah,
I can take you all the way to the country.
I think
I think
plenty
you get to the
buffer
suburbs anyway.
between us. There's there's neighborhoods in the cities that are gonna. There's plenty of wealth near the city too. Grand Avenue, all those.
Yeah, they're not gonna come out
It's
here.
gonna take a while before they get out here, and if it's an EMP, they're not driving anything unless they've got a '78 Ford pickup or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I think the Civil War is. It's the rural versus the urban. It's already shown up in the political maps at this point. Now, I don't know if I'm saying that's a prediction for 2024. Don't get me wrong. Is that what you thought?
No.
What were you laughing about?
Well, I don't think Civil War happens before the election.
Oh.
I think
just after.
Well, you guys talked about that new movie that A24 is doing, right? I saw you clipped it, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Did you want to weigh in on that? Hey, can you do you have that map, Dawson? This is interesting.
Not on hand.
But go get it.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Is that the map we looked at last week?
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems. I mean, it's an English director for one, who's trying to comment on American politics, but two, maybe they're trying not to make it so serious that it feels too real.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get like too far down whatever rabbit hole,
Yeah.
there's look at all the cities like Chicago. All these people are like, we're going for Trump. All these people are getting pissed off, and they see what's coming. People in New York that typically were like black voters are like, I hate Biden. They're not helping me. All these people are coming across the border and they're putting them in our towns. We don't like it. We want it to stop, and they're all speaking up for Trump. All these people that the Democrats
All
thought
these
they
people,
had.
though. I mean, I
Well-
know it's happening, but
It's happening.
it's not a lot.
Well, let's be the news and make it happen. If they hear this, like, yeah, I'm for Trump now.
You know,
Anyway,
Trump's going to hold a rally in New York, in Queens, New York, right?
Is he really?
He thinks he can win it.
Well, our official Trump spokesman. What is?
Well, he
where
needs to
is
be
MAGA
here.
Jesse?
Huh?
Trump needs to come here.
I know.
Actually, I'm going to see Kellyanne Conway in January,
So am I.
and he's my date.
Shut
does-
up.
What do we think about Kellyanne these days? What does Jesse think?
Where's he at?
Well, he's not here.
I guess he can't.
I
weigh
will
in on
not
it.
speak for Jesse.
No one would speak for Jesse. That guy speaks his own mind.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, you want to?
Is he still coming on the show?
He's supposed to come on the show. He's getting off a flight and coming over.
Okay.
He better be here. 100th episode. My God, it's not the same.
No, we need Trump on the ballot, and everyone has to get behind him. Let's stop wasting money, and let's support Trump and spend our money against the Democrats.
Do you think the elections are fair? Do you think?
No, the elections aren't. No, there's cheating in elections, but let's get people pushed out and vote.
You got to outvote the fraud.
You got to
right?
outvote the fraud. Like, that's what he did in 2016. So if Joe Biden gets 200 million votes, I mean, come on. That's crap. He did not get, 86 or
86. I think.
million votes?
Yeah.
Never. I mean, Trump got, 81?
Right.
I believe that. So Trump got the most votes in history, legitimately. Joe Biden, there's a bunch of cheating happening. But we need to focus on Minnesota and getting people to vote. That's where the nice thing with this Hunters for Hunters thing, all these people are getting fired up. And, I briefly talk about politics, but if you're pissed off, come out and vote. And they see people are listening. I'm listening to them, and I'm going to listen to you. So vote Republican. There's a lot of outstate Republican voters that are telling me they don't vote because they don't like the Republican Party. Well, let's speak for them and not keep going the other way, and let's stick to our true values.
That reminds me, I gotta share something on the show here. I'm gonna send you an email, Dawson.
Okay.
We didn't get your prediction if the Minnesota wins the House back.
Mine?
Senator.
I don't know.
I think his Republican handlers tell him that he has to be optimistic, right?
That's right.
Well, we're down, 5 seats in the
Six,
House?
I think.
6, yeah.
And it was 17,000 votes?
Yeah, they were all very
It's
close.
5 seats, isn't it?
Everything was very close.
69 no, it's 4 seats. 69, 64.
It's 4 seats, yeah.
69,
I
65.
went 4 seats.
4 seats, yeah.
I think that's easy, to be honest. I don't. Mark, your district, it seems more far gone than we thought after
8
that last
points.
election.
Yeah, I don't know if it's.
It's possible, but
Hey,
that's a
Tusha,
tough.
will you
But there are a couple
scroll down?
districts that were within 1 to 2 points, I think. So
When historically
doable.
districts can swing pretty fast too, when
That's true.
people's pocketbooks are pinched. The
What
way
are people
it-
saying
Right.
over here
Pull
on
up this picture real quick, Dustin. This so zoom in. This is at the Stillwater Activity Center. It's like the gym and weight room and stuff like that. I take my boys there to shoot hoops all the time. This is on the wall. And
All the
zoom in
time?
on the one on the left there. It's Howling Wolf Day at the Capitol.
why didn't you just
Ban
take a picture
Wolf-
of the left one?
Yeah. What?
Because I had a reason I wanted that right one as well.
Oh,
Yeah. 'cause
This is way harder than you think it is.
it's way harder than what?
This is way harder than you think it is. I don't know why it's fighting me so hard.
No, don't worry about it. They get the gist of it. So essentially, they're using a public area, and from what I understand, well, I don't understand. Can Hunters for Hunters now post the alternate to this? By the way, reach out to them to say, hey, you got a guy that's willing to counter this if they can get me a little poster to put up there. All right, just give me the artwork and I'll print it out myself. But they're promoting a ban on wolf hunting at Stillwater High School. Which
Oh,
I found
that's at the
interesting.
Stillwater
That's
High
at
School.
Stillwater High School, right? Which to me, it's like, okay, if you allow that politics to happen, then allow all politics. Action for
Right.
Liberty's going to put some posters
Right.
up on the wall, right?
Have a fair shake at that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is the issue that's getting people fired up right now, the hunting community.
That's
It's
in the
interesting.
high school?
Yeah, it's at Stillwater High School.
Why would you? That's such a. Is anybody there voting on stuff like that?
Future voters.
Well,
They're
that's an easy
priming
one to
them.
get kids on because, they're told that wolves are just nice, fuzzy animals that they love. Which, by the way, I love wolves. I'm just saying you always got to have a check on the apex predator. You can't not manage those
Well, I
populations.
wrote a press release. It's more like going to be a letter to the editor, probably. It's about 3 pages, just explaining if
a
people
twofer.
don't know what's going on. That's right. Talking about how we need to manage our wolf population, because you look at when the DNR still said science and wrote actual biology, not politics. Back in 1998, they said we had 2,500 wolves. In 1989, we were already at the year 2000 benchmark of 1,200. In 1989, we were at 1,200 wolves, and that's where they wanted to be by 2000 to delist. So in 1998, we're at 2,500. How are we 25 years later?
Like
Less than
4,000
that.
some. Like 4,000 some wolves in Minnesota.
Yeah, if you look at if you use their math, it's between 5,000 and 6,000 wolves right now.
Yeah.
And even then, they said the wolves are in the northern suburbs. This article is probably 15 years old, back when they still actually printed science. But the wolves were in the northern suburbs. They were in central Minnesota. They were all the way out to the Dakotas. And now, though, the wolves don't do that. They don't move. They're stagnant. They're not going anywhere. Well, that's crap.
Yeah, of course that's crap.
Anyway,
All right, next prediction. Mark, we got you on the show. Will COVID 2.0 happen? 2024, are they going to run another virus? By the way, you can hear the snivels that I've got.
So many people are sick
Oh,
right
is that
now.
douchey? Everyone's got a respiratory. It's like, right?
Except
What
for
are you
me
guys doing
with my
here?
ivermectin.
Have you not had anything? Any respiratory thing? Have you really not?
Nothing for
And
2
you credit
years since I
ivermectin?
started taking ivermectin.
Oh my God. Someone
Nothing.
do a
You take it
reverence so this guy
regularly?
has to chug you in.
Once a week, every couple weeks, whenever I'm going to be exposed to people.
Is this one of those cases?
It is.
Interesting.
So you take it prophylactically.
Prophylactically. Yeah, like it's like 0.2 milligrams per kilogram, like once a week. So it's just,
Do you know they have ivermectin in beef flavor? My dog's been taking that for 12 years now.
Fleet Farm's got apple flavor, I think. I don't know about beef flavor.
Or equine.
Oh, yeah. Santa works at Fleet Farm. I forgot about
And
that.
that stuff does work, but it's got a lot of other ingredients in there that you wouldn't want. But COVID 2.0, I don't know. I kind of actually predict someone's going to jail. In fact, CBS News, did you see this? Minnesota, mainstream, just yesterday had a spot on the 6 o'clock news. Group of Minnesotans suing local hospitals over the use of remdesivir in the hospital protocols. And it was
Oh,
like,
I did see that.
it was kind of a positive spin in our favor. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Assuming the courts actually side with them, right? Which I have no faith in.
But they're talking about it.
Of
And
course
if you look
they're
at the
saying.
comments on the video, it's all like about time.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. What I predict is like a terrorist attack.
Oh, really?
Hamas, the
Like
border.
coming across the border?
Yep, and
Yeah.
then that's how I think they institute martial law, like 9/11 on steroids.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. What were you going to say, Wesenberg?
I don't
If,
remember.
if you're not texting, I guess. Sorry for
Sorry,
distracting
I
your
had
text
to
message.
text
You're-
my wife.
Hi, Jennifer.
She said hi, so I had to say hi back for her.
That's it.
No, you were talking about something there, but yeah. Anyway,
Speaking about someone going to jail,
What a
I
great
like
show.
When we were at the Capitol, we made that
comment that's still like really high when I Google my name to see how toxic the search might be for prospective employees.
and I was talking that we have to send Tim Walz to jail.
Well,
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what the
Well, I
language
said
was,
that
but
it's a death shot, and Tim Walz should be arrested and put in
Yeah.
jail.
Yeah.
So then people said, "Well, why don't you go arrest him?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's going to be
that'll
really
go over
easy
well.
to do.
Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back. You killed a bunch of people because you're a communist."
Quote of the year.
We got some comments here, Douchey.
Oh, we got all kinds of them. Let's see. We got Bill Dingsfan says,
Oh, my God.
Jake's got, quote, the sniffles, unquote. All right, and then Patriot.
What's that even supposed to mean?
And moving
says,
on.
if Trump is in jail for even 1 hour, this country will be 1776 again.
Oh my God, yeah. Mad Max, right?
What's that?
Well, I saw Mad Max. That was the comment there. Do you have that? Where did we lose Dawson? Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
Do you have that map?
Yeah.
Okay, let's pull up this map. All right, so this is according to the movie. Is it called Civil War? Do we have a new
It's called Civil War.
Yep.
There's a $5 rumble rant.
$5 Rumble Rant? What is Whiskey Tango Foxtrot?
$5 it says beer. Which brings me to a comment from Bill Dangsman. It says, can Wesenberg or Jake drink one old style before Tushy drinks two?
No.
That's a good question.
Well,
Not on
probably,
air.
but I'm hosting the show, and I don't think it's a good idea for me to chug a beer right now.
Pretty good idea.
Yeah.
We don't want to promote
The good
drunkenness
ideas
on the
left
show,
a long
right?
time ago.
So Bill
That's right.
Dangsman
You-
was not
that's
really.
true, William. You don't wanna-
Thank you. Be full
Do you
of
want
spirit.
do you want another
That's
beer?
right.
I think 5, it doesn't hit the limit where you chug.
Oh, Bill Dangsman also says, I hope that Tushy isn't driving home.
That I can confirm that one. That was in his writer as well.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot donated $5. I might as well have.
All right,
another
there
old
you
style,
go.
You know, might as well.
Tushy's the biggest fundraiser here for the Truth Heard show. I love it. So you got let's give him a
Don't
grace
think they heard
period.
What's that?
I don't think they heard
Well,
us.
no, never mind. 10 seconds. All right, here
Ready,
you go.
set, go.
Didn't.
1, 2,
Promoting bad behavior.
3. We
Yeah,
are
there you
promoting
go.
bad behavior. 5, 6, 7. It's just a magical thing I'm watching. 9, 10. Yeah.
Oh, that was like low 9s. That was
Low
good.
9s.
Yeah.
You're
He's
starting
getting
to
better.
cover your face there. Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Dover
It's going to be
Dale.
on
Who's
KARE
the guy that
11.
wanted to belch?
Conservatives promoting excessive drinking and
We got-
belching.
We got that Cherry Tree Studios
You should
owner
move your
watching the
towers
show,
so
and
people can
we'll be
see
kicked
you.
out of here for good now. It's like unbelievable. He's just watching that beer tower, and he's like, "Oh my God, my carpets!"
But then you'll get
take
picked up by,
those down there, Tushy.
what's
You
his
really
name?
are going to
Broadcorp.
spoil the fun.
Joe Rogan.
Oh,
What about Joe
Yeah.
Rogan?
I'm sure Broadcorp will have a heyday with you two being on here.
Oh, Broadcorp.
I think Tushy's going to be on Rogan next.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, if you're watching, I'll go on your
You
podcast.
know
and chug a
Broadcorp's
whole case of
watching
old
this
style.
right now.
Why? Why would he be watching?
Because he does. He's just. Who is this guy anyway? Let's talk about Michael
Find
Broad.
out
I cannot
in a tweet
stand
in a
this
couple
guy.
hours from now.
And
Why
I'm
are you
willing to say
ruining
it.
our 100th episode with talking about losers?
Yep,
I mean-
we'll just go past that.
All right, we'll go past.
well, I
that.
thought we talked
Well,
about him
that's
because
important.
what was the show?
He's
called?
always supposed to be Republican, but he does nothing but trash
No,
Republicans.
you're not a Republican if you endorse Tim Walz. That's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Did he?
And Dean
Yeah.
Oh,
Phillips.
What's that?
And Dean
And
Phillips.
Steve Simon.
What?
No, that's
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
he's not a
So
Republican then.
No.
that's what
hasn't
I
been for
like.
years.
I got involved in politics in Minnesota because
How do
there
you
was a
go
while
from a
where I wasn't
Republican
sure I
to a
was going to do it.
Democrat in Minnesota?
What's that?
He used to be. Bill Youngbauer was like buddies with Broadcorp. Says he got him his
Bill
job.
Youngbauer is friends with everybody.
The
I don't know a guy
Bill
that
Youngbauer could keep me 1 for 1 on these old styles.
The Reverend.
Dover
The
Dan
Reverend.
says, who needs a funnel?
the Reverend Bill
Thanks, Dover
Youngbauer,
Dan.
right?
The Reverend Youngbauer. Yes.
No, you get involved in Minnesota politics. Brad, you've been involved as long as me, basically, and you just realize there's just a bunch of losers that are involved in this thing, and these guys are just they're low lifes. I don't know how else to put it. I would
Well,
not.
they're amoral people who are seeking a way to monetize the process.
Right.
And they all find their own little niches, whether it's Twitter, whether it's, political consulting or, selling advertising or selling signs or consulting. Fundraising's another great one. They all have interesting little niches that they carve out to try to get their little share of the pie.
Right.
And he thinks
It's all-
he's so cool. He tweets on X and he gets like 2 likes. It's like, who even follows this guy? Does he
Well,
get
it's the
6
inner
views?
circle. It's all these losers that
Yeah, it's the
just,
smart people. It's
well,
the St.
yeah,
Paul
right.
people.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're guaranteeing a tweet about this, by the way, just by trashing them, which
Bring
I
it,
find
Broadcorp.
hilarious. I find hilarious.
Trash
You
me.
seem a little angry about this. Is it?
I
when
just
he,
I can't stand him.
exposed you for
Somehow
being
he
a-
shows up on my Twitter feed and I don't even follow the moron. It's just like, what is this? And then I look and he's like, he's like.
Has he gone after you recently? What's going on?
No, he hasn't. He's
Okay.
gone after you guys, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he
Yeah.
gave me the greatest
We had fun with that
Christmas
one.
present of all time. He blocked me. So
Oh, tough guy, huh?
That was-
Blocking.
That's a
I don't even know what.
That's definitely a notch for you.
No,
proud
there's
of
just
that
so
one.
many people that are ruining the state, these political types, and it's just like, that's why we do what we're doing. We're doing something way different, you know? Like, the lies and deceit from these assholes, it's like, no wonder why this state's being run down the drain. And the Democrats love it. They love these traitors, right? They're like, yeah, we'll use this thing. Let the Republicans, they always say, let the Republicans, are always fighting against each other. It's like, yeah, look who's running the Republican Party. These losers like David Hann.
They're all
right?
having dinner together too.
Did you? Yeah, they are. By the way, so David Hann won't come on our show, the chairman of the GOP, and he does a podcast with the Democrat chair.
Neither will Dave Osmek, by the way.
Yeah, Osmek won't come on our show either. It's like,
He read my text, but he didn't respond to
there
it.
you go. Yeah, William still is our official booking agent.
Well, he
here
is
at-
probably one of 15 people watching today too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dave Osmek says the Republican Party has to be pro-choice now.
Yeah, that was an interesting.
Did he
comment.
really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't remember
He
this.
said it on the radio the next day.
Oh.
Yeah, like
Well,
you
so
got to win
does-
these moderate districts, so
so
don't be a
do-
Republican, right? Just be a Democrat. That's
Yep.
basically what he's saying. Just be a Democrat. But no one can question my conservative credentials. I'm just like, my scorecard says you aren't one, by the way.
Yep.
Just become more like them to win. Don't stand on your principles.
Right.
You know, just be like them.
And
then
so
you
what's
can
it all
win.
about then, right, Mark?
Yeah, just-
if you're just going to be like them, what's this all about?
Then it's like
so you're
immoral
empowered?
to even be part of the process.
That's
you might
the-
as well just go to the woods and let what happens happen.
That's the biggest
What
con
are
in
people
politics.
saying over there, Paul?
What's that?
What are people saying over there?
We got a lot of comments.
I was distracted by Go to the Woods.
Hey,
I was.
William, we get.
I would be in the woods right now, but I was invited on the 100th episode. Otherwise, I would be deer hunting in Wisconsin today.
Did you really give up deer hunting in Wisconsin for this?
I did.
Oh,
That's
well,
commendable.
thanks. I didn't know that.
Do we have any
Tucker
word-
91 says, quote, St. Paul people, unquote. Out here, we call them the Cityots.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, that's mean.
Tucker, am I a idiot being an
EDC 1450.
Oh,
$50 for 5 beers. I need someone to take the heat off.
Yes.
Holy.
I'm going to need some
okay.
help on this one.
I think
because
we,
God Save Our Republic says it's non-alcoholic beer. That's fake news. It is not non-alcoholic beer. It's real.
Here's my question: do we lose an audience because of the chugging? That's what I wonder. Do we?
Hey,
My
you got
mom wants to
Mr.
chug.
Rogers here holding it down.
That is true.
Out of respect for the studio here, I better not chug 5 more right here.
It does not give me an alcohol content, but I'm pretty sure J. Heileman Brewery brews a full strength beer. I think 2 beers is fair. I think 5 is a little out of the question here.
Yeah, it's a bit
Two,
much.
That's
even though he's not driving home today. What are you doing? Why are you chugging that before? Here you go.
He was thirsty. What do you mean?
A chaser ahead of the time, right?
All right.
man, you're gonna be
Let's see
ripped.
how this
Look in
goes.
the pipes.
Well, good. I'm not driving home, that's for sure.
Official time. Here we go.
Oh,
You
he said
don't.
share
No,
the
my
5.
God. No, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, this freaking carpet better be
Oh,
spotless.
good grief.
Oh no. Okay, take it easy there, buddy. This is not. This is. I can't believe I'm watching this.
Bro,
This is-
Corb's gonna
this is
have to eat
disgusting.
this up.
And the viewer count actually went up since he started that. It's unbelievable.
Come to the frat house. We're doing a show. It'll be great.
You know what? The way I conceptualized
Might
this
have one for Dover Dan
episode.
here.
The way I conceptualized this. Oh,
There you go, Dover Dan. Dover Dan, right there.
the way I conceptualized this episode, it's not going that way. It was last minute. Someone's like, "We should have Tushy read the comments," and I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense." And then right beforehand, what did he say? That it was like, "Oh crap, what are we doing here?" Oh, he's like, "I'm gonna read Bill Dingsfan." By the way, there's a lot of other people you could read that would worry me. So, all right, let's go back to the comments here.
Tuned in. This is Beer Fest 2. No
I can
belching,
smell
not
that
a
from
blank
here.
view.
Oh no,
That's so gross.
Jeez.
T-Wall, you just give me a timeout if we're crossing some line here. You are in the presence of a lady here.
She had a brother.
Okay. Did you have a brother like this?
This
No,
is a New Year's
exactly. There is no
episode.
such thing as like this.
Maybe a little worse.
Worse?
He was kind of creative.
So you're prepared for this? That's okay. I get it. Fair enough. I should have you mic'd up, T-Wall.
I had to break off a few chunks for you.
Oh, okay. Well, you might have went for the
Whoa.
old stuff too. Did you want some
Why
more?
did you break off a few
want
chunks
beer?
for me?
But I'll have a beer.
You want an old style? Okay.
That old style.
William's taking an old style here. I think we've gone through a dozen old styles. We're only like an hour in.
So, Jake, I would like to add something to the
Go ahead, Brad.
to the prediction list. I want to know what guys think about Biden getting impeached.
Oh, well,
And-
don't we all believe that's just a fraud? Like, they finally have a vote. So let's just run the recap here. McCarthy starts the impeachment inquiry unilaterally. Then they voted officially on the impeachment inquiry. So essentially, we've made zero progress at this point on an impeachment, right? There's no impeachment. So does anyone here believe Biden's actually getting impeached? You want some bourbon?
Sure.
Here, let me grab ice here. I got chipped on that. No, that's good.
So where did you get that ice?
Out of the freezer.
Here you go.
Oh, well.
Where'd you get the ice?
Well, no, I just found this big clump of ice in the freezer, so I had
Oh,
to.
there's a bag right next to the big clump of ice.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the.
All right.
Obviously.
We got a
So
few
we're
more
not to
comments
believe-
here.
Well, go ahead. Go to the
Oh.
comments here.
All right,
and we'll
Dover
get back to
Dan
that.
says, I think they will get rid of Biden for health issues. Sarah Ann says, Drew will come clean the carpets when you spill all over Tushy. And Bill Danksfin says, William should have broken off a few chunks for Tushy, too.
Oh, no.
Okay, AlleyCat62, $10 Rumble Rant. George Webb is reporting Clintons are running an illegal arms trade in Ukraine. Thank God it wasn't another beer.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
What?
Every Rumble Rant.
Every Rumble Rant there, buddy.
I think
Every Rumble Rant's a beer? She didn't even say beer.
I thought they were at every $30 or up was a chugging beer.
Yeah, we kind of.
$20 or
Paul's got to
been-
drive,
Okay.
right? We
Yeah.
don't-
No, he's not driving.
So who's the guy that just got in trouble for working with Russia, the Russian collusion thing, where he was investigating Trump for it, and he's the one who actually did it.
You talking Steele? Who's the Steele
Just
guy?
recently.
Oh, recently? I'm not
I don't-
familiar
well, I
with recently,
just
but he's
read
right
it.
at the Steele dossier. That was.
No, it was pretty recently. He just got convicted and put in jail for what he said Trump did.
I didn't see that. Oh, that'd be crazy.
I'm looking for a link here. I'm trying to fact check this on air. The George Webb?
You should hire a fact checker,
Comment reader needs to expel some
like a
beer.
Jamie, but
all that
like
money we got here, just hire a fact checker.
with the Rumble rants. You know, that's what they're for.
I'll start fact checking.
We're gonna need a lot more
while we're
Rumble
live.
rants to hire a fact checker. A good
Commission
one, I
me,
should
so.
say. What's that?
I'll take 50% of all Rumble Rant income to do fact
Why are you standing?
Because I've been sitting for an hour.
Well, move the camera then.
Question him.
No.
It's weird looking at your torso.
Do you need to go to the
Beer.
bathroom?
Correct.
Okay, just careful there. There's a plug. I could just see that going. Okay, that was pretty. That was talented. That was very talented.
So you asked us a question about whether or not
did you get a status
Biden-
update on Jesse? By the way, did you?
I texted him. He hasn't responded or opened
God.
it.
We might not see Jesse.
I don't think we are.
But you were going to ask us if Biden's getting impeached.
Well, I didn't think anyone thought Biden was getting impeached in here. Is that? Did someone
No,
think-
it's not happening because they can't even impeach Alejandro Mayorkas. Because there are a few Republicans who are just so stubborn that they don't want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's an interesting point. It's like what's going on the border. It's an invasion, and they refuse to do anything about it.
Right. So it's and Chip Roy's pointed this out, and Democrats are seizing on it, but it's true. Like, Republicans have accomplished nothing by being in control of Congress.
Right.
Maybe releasing the J6 tapes is the biggest thing.
Yeah,
I
and what
think,
does that do?
But that's
what's
that's
it doing
it.
for us? Everyone's still going to jail for basically being on the Capitol with their $20 for Jake to do 2 beers, all talk and no show. I'm running the show here.
You can do one.
Well, first of all, I can't chug it 10 seconds, okay?
That's okay.
So I'll chug a beer, but I'm not going to do it 10 seconds. So therefore, you guys got to talk.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
Are
I'll
we really?
take care of that while you chug your beer.
No, I'm not going to chug
Jake,
beer.
if a Supreme Court justice can black out on beer, I think you can afford to have
Well,
one.
I don't understand that reference. What's that?
Brett Kavanaugh? He likes
Oh,
beer.
you're talking about like when he was
still
a
likes
child?
beer? Yeah.
When he was a child. I was like, wait, am I
promoting
missing
that.
the big story here?
I just thought it was a funny reference. Yeah.
No, that's a fair reference. It's just so funny that why would we know what Brett Kavanaugh did when he was 20 years old, right? Except for that's how insane the Democrats
And by the
are.
way, he's ended up being a crappy justice, but everyone is standing up for him because he went through that nightmare. Which I stood up for him at the time, but he has not been a conservative justice.
What are his decisions that are against like liberty? I
Oh
guess I
gosh,
don't
there's
even
something
know.
about Give me a minute. I'll do some research here.
That's
There were
about
a
how
few
long it takes me to
decisions.
chug the beer, a minute. So
Oh, there we
perfect.
go.
Really quick, big thank you to the person who commented to remind me to turn off Tucci's mic while he was in the restroom.
Oh no.
Oh my God!
Thank you.
I didn't even think of that.
We've never had any issues
Oh,
with that, right?
interesting. That's interesting.
That was a good catch. I did not think about it.
It's probably in there just ripping
That
them.
did that really just happen, Mark? What time is it?
That was a little bit ago.
Hour 14 into the show. I am gonna watch that tonight. Oh my God! Just come on over here. No, leave that door open. Dude, she's got a gun.
Oh, is that Jesse?
No, there he
Oh,
is.
no. In the you can take Tucci's spot. You're gonna actually take Ganser's spot. Ganser's
gonna be over here.
Ganser, we
You
need
can
to get
take
you a
mine.
chair
I'm
over
not.
here.
I'm not staying too long, so
Oh,
you
do
can.
you have to take off?
Pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
Kids are back there.
Swap mics too.
Yep.
Okay.
Ganser, are you gonna? Can you stick
I
around
can
then?
stick around. Yeah.
All right. Why don't we do that?
Why? Yeah, Jesse, come back here.
Yeah, you can take my spot.
We'll have you switch him. Welcome back. By the way, no, you can stay there right now. Oh.
Oh,
So that one comes from a mile away.
Got it on the way in.
Paul did a better job.
Taking this one?
You take.
should I give him my mic then?
Take Mark's? Yeah.
And your Mr. Rogers sweater too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The audience needs to remember it's a hang. We're working through
It
it.
is a hang.
It's a beautiful.
Well,
day in
yeah,
the
we're just
neighborhood.
not equipped to have this many people come on.
It's
the
a
set,
beautiful
but we
day
love
in the
it.
neighborhood. Thanks for having me. I mean,
Absolutely.
honestly, it's an honor, and Happy New Year, everybody. I don't
Yeah.
know which camera.
Happy
but
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, this is a
Mark
New Year's
actually had
show.
to bring his 8-year-olds with today, and I was
I
like,
was gonna bring him on set. $20 Rumble ran. I'll show you my kids.
that just seems awkward now.
That does sound a little weird.
Well, Mark, hey man, I appreciate every time you come on the set. Your Truth Expedition that you can find on Rumble. You are a true patriot, my friend. We really appreciate it. Even if you don't like Israel, you are a true patriot.
Careful, gonna get me in trouble
That's
again.
why I wore the Mr. Rogers sweater to make up for the.
Oh my God! I just realized you wanted to take issue with Israel, didn't? Or you wanted to like side with?
No, I have a
Hold on,
nuance.
sit down, Mark. Sit down real quick. Hey, Jesse, you come back over. And take
I
your
got
spot.
no problem with Israel.
All right, what did
I have a
hold on,
problem
sit
with
down, Mark.
all
Let's
governments
get
of the
this
world.
Out there. I'll start chugging the beer. Here's the question. You pinged me a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Israel, and you're like, I wish I was on that show. I would have represented the other side. So what do you mean by that, William? Where are we getting it wrong?
I don't remember. I remember sending that message. I don't remember what I was referring to.
Wow.
This is a cop out, I know, but I genuinely don't remember.
Okay,
what were you
Dave
guys talking
Osmek.
about? At least I came on the show.
You did come on the show. That's right. You really don't come. Don't come.
That's my line.
I see. So first of all, Jesse might know. We were talking about Brett Kavanaugh and how he hasn't been that conservative. I didn't have any immediate. People call him BLM Brett, but I forget why.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
You know, that does sound kind of familiar.
If people in the comments know, I'd appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that though. The
There-
only thing I can think of with Kavanaugh was when he got appointed by Bush. Was
Y'all can't hear Jesse right now, but he's speaking good stuff.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, that's the only stuff I remember.
I think maybe some of the. I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't want to say something that's not correct.
Ooh,
Wow.
I don't think there's any speaking out of turn on this show.
I don't want to spread fake news, though. We hate it when the mainstream media does
See, I
it.
knew that's why a host doesn't chug a beer.
That was you?
Yes, that was me. I can't chug a beer and not do that.
Well, you turned
Seriously.
off Paul's mic, right? So we shouldn't be hearing him.
By the way, thank you. Who was it? Was it BDC that did the Rumble rant? Sorry, I was delayed on
Yes.
my beer chugging, but
Yep, that's right. BDC.
now I officially, because I got to run the show and I got to drive home too. By the way, just FYI, and I am drinking the Willet bourbon, so we can't be chugging too many beers tonight. You don't remember at all why you took issue.
Well, first of all, BDC is still waiting on that second beer.
You're avoiding it.
What's second beer? Did he get 2 beers?
Yeah. Did you
Under
not-
what rule?
He asked for it? I don't know.
I don't think I wasn't obligated to 2 beers.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna just say right now, you got to be responsible when drinking alcohol. Okay,
This is true.
so I can't do that. I do have to drive home. Tonight.
Especially at our age. I think people, Jesse and our age, and Dawson are a little bit too responsible with it.
When you get to my age and above, Wesenberg and I are the same age, and And other than T-Wall being younger than me, I think everyone else is
You guys-
older. So
You guys are the same age? You and Wesenberg are the same age?
yeah, we're both 41.
Yeah,
Am I the
I'm-
oldest
I-
guy in this room?
I'm
That
older.
doesn't seem right.
Really?
Aren't you 41?
More mature, yeah.
You're
Well, I was-
41. I'm 41.
Yeah, but you just turned 41.
What's your birthday?
I'll be 42 pretty soon. 420.
See, it is not. Is
How
it
old are you-
really?
How old are you, Brad?
Your birthday's
54.
So I'm not the oldest. I'm 52.
Old.
You're 52? Oh, my goodness.
Well, I guess we do have Santa in here. We
I'm an old
we have
man.
Wesenberg's uncle. That's
He's 70.
you're 70.
Oh, wow,
crap, that's
really?
old.
Doing good. That's awesome.
Thought you were a lot younger.
Tell me that.
Looking good for a 60-year-old, though, honestly. But now that you're, or I'm saying 70-year-old, you know,
You're
now
already
that I know
losing
you're
it, Jake.
70, you probably thought those were red pants when you picked them up this morning. Eyesight's going bad. You see that? Dennis has got
I see him.
big.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to miss.
How was
Actually,
Idaho,
I think
by
he
the way?
probably went to the laundromat and took the wrong load of laundry out and brought it home.
So what'd you do in Idaho?
Oh yeah, just got together with family. I actually brought a little thing too here. So this
Move down his beers there, by the way.
Yeah, I'll put a
Jeez.
couple of these down here.
We lost Tushy apparently. I don't even know where he's at now.
I think
So I brought this hat.
he fell in.
There's more
It's got
wings in
Ryan
the other
Binkley
room.
on the back. People don't know it, but Ryan Binkley, he's also running for president in the Republican nomination. And your boy Ron DeSantis, sorry William, I got to throw it at you. Your boy Ron
Get
DeSantis
in the
was out
hat.
there saying he was the first one to visit all 99 Iowa counties. It was Ryan Binkley who did it first. Trump was the one who called it out. And so I just got to show some support to
I don't think I've
Ryan
ever
Binkley for
heard
this.
of Ryan Binkley. Can we even get a picture of this Ryan
Yeah,
Binkley?
he's a Texas pastor. He's running for president. I'm still with Trump, but Trump gave him credit too because Ron is out there lying. Ron is out there saying he was the first one to do the Grassley tour. It was Ryan Binkley, and Trump set the record straight.
Okay, so Ryan Binkley. Oh,
That's him.
Good looking.
It's a
dude.
real guy.
I hope.
He's real.
Hit images. Put on your hat there, William.
We've talked about, well, if we did episodes of Political Junkies, we could have talked about
Yeah, I
Ryan
know.
Binkley.
I'm really
but-
tragic. He's a good looking guy there.
Yeah,
So he's
pretty
a
normal.
mega church pastor and like some sort of CEO, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Like really strange guy, but apparently he's making waves in Iowa. Like they're actually including him in polls.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he writes like children's horror books.
That'd be a young R.L. Stein.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love Goosebumps. I thought those were the coolest things.
But as
ever.
long as we're talking about irrelevant candidates, I did bring out my Perry Johnson hat. 'cause apparently
Sure.
I don't know why you're promoting Binkley when you're wearing the MAGA hat.
Well,
but-
I got this for $1.
Well, I did
Ryan
too.
Binkley
That's
was
why
doing
I
the
have
same
this. It's
thing.
great.
He was doing the same thing as Perry Johnson, selling things for $1, and now we're in the spot where Ron is lying about him. So I got to show a little bit of love, and I believe in Binkley.
Well, what do you have to say about that, Ron DeSantis lying?
DeSantis is lying about Trump. I'm voting for Trump, but also I believe in Binkley.
Are you still sticking with your horse? Or have you gone to Nikki Haley at this point?
Oh,
What?
that's low.
You said that Mark and I were wrong in
That's
Israel. You
low.
must be Team Haley.
I don't. I think you guys were just being unfair. Like,
How are we unfair?
I just don't think it's our place to be involved. My opinion.
That was our central point, by the way.
But you guys were just trashing Israel,
All
if
right,
I recall correctly.
Let's get Tushy back on set. You got to watch out for that cord, by the way.
No, there's no trash in Israel. It's government.
Yeah, the
It's
government.
nothing to do with the people.
Oh, and I never claimed
It's the
that.
Sky Club.
No issue with any people.
Mm-hmm.
It's government, and their government is corrupt.
Yeah, I mean Netanyahu isn't the best guy. I've read a couple horror stories, but I don't know if you can back him
A
up.
couple
or not.
horror stories. The
A
guy
couple.
funded Hamas.
He funded Hamas. They've created Hamas. That is a fact.
I know that they probably saw. It is weird that they saw the October 7th. They didn't see that coming. Supposedly, that's the official
Stu
story.
Peters just put out a story where they were told to stand down 7 hours. I don't think you can find facts on that, but it is odd. And that there's a lot of evidence out there that Hamas was created by Israel for reasons to give them reason to retaliate.
Well, Netanyahu's even said it. He said that he was supporting and propping
My
up
whole
Hamas.
thing is that when you've got 6,000 or 7,000 dead kids, something's wrong. Nobody's going to convince me that that's okay.
Well, and that's why the calls that's why I think it's ridiculous that people are saying that you can't call for a ceasefire.
Every country in the
Right.
world,
That is
except
so
for the
bizarre.
U.S. and the U.K., every country in the world has called for it.
Well, they basically
so bizarre.
Biden has basically done that at this point, which is actually helping him a little bit in his approval rating. They've kind of read the room finally, right? But I think that's marking my point right from the get-go is this thing needs to stop right now.
Yes, that's all. It's nothing against the Jewish religion or Jewish people or the people of Israel or anything like that.
But I know you and your girl Nikki Birdbrain, right? Is it Birdbrain? MAGA Jesse Birdbrain?
I want to. We need to shut down the discussion that I may, in any sense, be in support of Nikki Haley because that's not.
Are you a Zionist?
I am a full throat. I think I'm a full throated Trump supporter at this point, just because he's the clear nominee. He's doing so much better in the polls than Ron is for whatever reason. I don't know if that's Trump supporters saying that they're not going to vote for Ron, but regardless, Trump's doing better. And at this point, I think he does have some better policies. I like Ron on the culture war stuff a little bit better. Mm-hmm. I think he's done a great job in Florida. And early on, I thought he would be great electorally because he won by 20-some points in what used to be a swing state. And Trump's comments on abortion early on really turned me off. But I've come around. I think I might be voting for Trump in March. I'm not voting for some third-party candidate. I'm not voting for some guy who's polling at 0.5%. I'll probably vote for Trump.
Poor Ron.
In the primary,
Bay.
Trump's probably got your vote?
I think so. Because I'm not sure Vivek is going to make it. It seems like because you guys saw that he's canceling his TV ads in New Hampshire and Iowa.
The rumor is that he's actually going to endorse Trump.
Yep.
Which, because Nikki Haley is surging right now in New Hampshire.
Yeah, she's within striking distance of Trump.
What do you got to say?
That's
No, there's like 30-some%.
30-something.
Wow.
Here, I'll go find on Real Clear Politics. All right, Mark, I just want to say once again, thank you for being a part of the show. Go to Truth Expedition on Rumble. And your Substack too, right?
Yeah, Substack, markbishofsky.substack.com. Check out my last post. It's got like 300 died suddenlies over the last couple months, all people in their 30s.
And your Twitter too. I see you tagging me in your post. So
Yeah,
you should follow him on Twitter too.
But yeah, it's follow me here too. I'm sure this won't be the last time I'm on The Truth Hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, you're one of the staples of this show, so we appreciate it very much.
So yeah, most of all, just be safe and Happy New Year, everybody.
All right, well, take care, Mr. Rogers.
Happy New Year.
Appreciate it. Yeah, Mark Bishofsky, ladies and gentlemen, one of the staples of this show, and does his own show. By the way, do you know how many episodes, Mark? I know you're off mic, but how many episodes you've done?
24, maybe.
I mean, literally, like, running a studio, I've learned it's hard for people to even get their first show in, let alone make it past, like, 10.
Yeah, it's hard. And we did get one show that got 38,000 views.
There you go.
Yep.
38,000 views. How about that?
Our average is about 1,200, so that was an anomaly.
Well, our anomaly is like 150,000, so we don't put those numbers up every week.
It's weird to think about, but if you were to watch every Truth Expedition episode back to back, you would have like a full 24 hours of just watching Mark. It's a lot of content.
Yeah, and it is. You're right. It's hard. It's like, you don't want to fail. And if you feel like if you're not growing, you're dying. And I don't know, but there's still enough gas there and enough good guests to keep it going.
What are people saying over there, Paul?
All right, let's go. Yeah, bring Jesse on there. Let's
All right,
go to
peace,
the
everybody.
comment section here, Paul, if you don't mind.
Happy New Year.
Let's see.
By the way,
Somebody
line
said they-
16, line 16, Dawson.
Someone
Line
said
16,
they'd pay
we got the,
$500 to
Real Clear
see me
Politics.
chug a beer. I'm not going to do that.
Have a good night, you guys.
See you, Mark.
God save our republic. Trump isn't the same, but would anyone want Chris Christie? Hell no. No, thank you.
I wonder if they'll let you do a $500 Rumble rant.
I don't know why not.
Is that a serious offer?
Kate,
Because, like,
Kate, what are you saying about 500? I don't know what you're saying. Hold
God
on.
save
Hold
our
on, hold on, hold on.
republic.
William, what are you saying?
I'm letting him get to it.
Oh, you got it?
So
Yeah.
God Save Our Republic says, if you guys need someone to help pound beers, you should have invited me on.
I think so I actually think I know who that is. You should say in the comments if I think it's someone
Initials?
from my BPOU.
Oh, yeah?
Okay,
not
God
sure,
Save
but
Our
what are the
Republic,
initials?
if you,
You wouldn't know him. Or maybe you would, I don't know.
If you want to help pound beers, contact me online, Liberty Longbeard on Facebook.
If you need a mirror or two, you can contact Liberty Longbeard. Should we bring that up in the show?
So speaking about Trump, did you see Ben Davis just endorsed Trump also?
I did, yeah.
Yep.
Breaking news, right? There.
So the second Minnesota legislature to do
yeah.
so.
So Ben Davis from the House, was he five or six?
6A, I think,
6A,
right?
I
Yeah,
think.
from Brainerd or
Yep.
yeah.
And, yep, just north of me. So
Yeah, no, that was awesome to see. Yeah, because you know, I didn't necessarily see it coming, so it's cool that at least he was willing to make that stamp and finally put an endorsement out there, because it's crazy to me that it's just you and Ben Davis that are willing to say something about this. The majority of these representatives and senators, they're just staying quiet. They're just waiting for the political wins. They're waiting to see, okay, we'll wait until the nominees decide and just get behind them. It's like these people don't have opinions for themselves. So
I think a good handful of them actually endorsed DeSantis. I know Elliot Engen did. I think a couple others did.
Only a small number still. The majority of them are just not talking about the presidential race.
Which is crazy, because you look at Iowa and New Hampshire, and like all of the representatives and senators there have endorsed.
But it's not crazy. It's because that kind of makes a difference. Who gives a crap about what Minnesota legislators, other than Wesenberg, of course, and Ben Davis?
That's right.
Who cares? Like, in the end of the day, who cares?
But
It's
most
like
of these people,
Iowa, it's like there's this big battle on the ground going on.
right?
Would you want to bring him on, Mark? Would you just want him on set or what?
I talk about my kids all the time.
There you go. Mark's coming back. He doesn't know which camera. Well, hold on. You're not on camera. Dawson,
If you
which
get,
camera?
can you get closer to William?
Get closer to William.
Spot?
There we go. We don't have a microphone on him, but which son is this, Mark?
This is Kai. He's
Hey, Kai.
officially my mini-me. He's the one that looks most like me.
And do you have the same interests your dad has? Do you like fishing and camping and all that kind of stuff? Are you into mountain biking yet? Just your big brother? I know your big brother's into it. Do you love America? Do you really?
What do we need?
A new government?
When do we need it?
We need a new government now. Well, that's right. You're raising that kid right.
This is the future.
Well, Kai, thank you for joining us. The youngest guy on set.
That's always encouraging.
By the way, the oldest person we've had on this set was 100 and I think he was 101 years old.
102.
102?
Yep.
Yeah, Russ Rooney, who films his show, it's a pro-life show, in our studio had a 102-year-old to talk about life. I was like, dang. So I always ask people that are of that 90 plus, give me one piece of advice, because they've got a lot. I won't share his advice, I think.
Wow.
It was interesting.
Was it chug old style?
No, it wasn't chug old style. That's what Tushy will be. Tushy will outlive all of us, let's just be honest. And he'll be like 105. He'll be like, listen, son. It's like, what's that, Dennis?
Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness.
Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Yeah, you are the oldest here in studio. Dennis, you need another 20 years before I ask you for advice, though. So good luck making it. It's like that grandpa from Grumpy Old Men. For every morning I got up and I ate bacon. For lunch, bacon.
I thought you were going to talk about what he was telling that woman.
What's that? I don't remember that one.
Well, I can't say it.
Oh, we can't? It's a
No.
family show?
Yeah.
Family show where guys chug beers in 10
Right.
seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah, we got to keep this thing
I'd say it's like a
PG-rated.
PG-13 show.
Yeah.
All right, where did we leave off on the politics here? Staying somewhat on track. That's why I don't chug beers, by the way, because I'm the one that has to keep this on track, to a point. By the way, did you answer, how was Idaho?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, good.
We all
hang out with
missed you,
family
by
and
the way.
everything. So yeah, no, it was.
I was legitimately worried about you. I don't think we had heard from you in like 72 hours. I'm like, where is Jesse?
Yeah, no, that's the way that I operate. Nobody can get a hold of me ever, so that's the way it goes.
No, but I mean, like, you were like not answering for like 72 hours. That's kind of a rarity. And I was like, damn, did we lose Jesse?
Well, I don't think you directly texted me. That's how
I
to get
did.
a response.
I did.
When I did
well,
too,
I
to
missed
be
it
sure
then.
you were on your way over.
Yeah, I saw that when I walked in, but I was driving.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to text and drive. What do you think I am? you
That's
know?
against the law,
illegal.
by the way.
Come on.
You can
All
thank
right.
Dave Osmick for that one.
Okay,
yeah.
I got a law I want you to change, Wesenberg. You can't drink in a state park in this state. Wisconsin, you can. You cannot drink in a state park. Did you not know that? Wesenberg's like, up north, we don't follow
Jake,
the law.
that is fake news.
That is not fake
I can't
news.
tell you how many state parks I've drank in.
That
Minnesota,
you are breaking
so
the law in every state
you are
park.
fake news.
Every state park
Don't tell me
says
you
it.
can't drink in state parks.
That is exact. Well, okay,
You
you
certainly
can,
can.
but you will get
I will
fined.
tell you.
By the way, every
You will not
ranger.
get fined. I've never been fined.
That's true. I've seen rangers go by camps that I know of, and they see that the alcohol.
So like when you're camping, you're not supposed to drink beer.
In state campgrounds, you
Are you-
cannot drink.
You're
No, I'm not. I
serious?
am dead serious.
I
You didn't know that?
No.
It's as illegal as driving
Every state
56
campground you go
miles
in,
an
it
hour
says
on the
that.
county road.
You guys
No.
know that?
Yeah.
You guys knew that?
Yeah, they don't enforce that law.
No,
Driving-
it's not that
driving
enforceable.
56 miles an hour on the county road, totally illegal. You better not do it.
Yeah.
Don't drive 56. Don't drink in a state park.
Okay.
That's
Well,
as
I think
dumb
it's a
as
dumb
getting
law,
rid of
by the way.
gas-powered vehicles.
Did you pull up Real Clear Politics? Let's see where Bird Brain is right now in the polls.
Yeah, that's a fake poll.
You don't think she's surging in New Hampshire?
I mean, yeah, but not that much. I mean, I
Hold
saw
up.
that poll
Dawson,
out
line
there. I
16?
thought, give me a break. You know, that's just totally the mainstream media trying to convince people, oh, Nikki's surging. You know, all of a sudden these Republicans are
Yep.
thinking, you know, she can't even answer a question about the Civil War. You know, and
I didn't see that. I
She
saw the
answered that
headlines. What's that all
correctly,
about?
actually.
no, she didn't answer the question, is what it was. You know,
Okay.
she beat around the bush because she was trying to please everybody, and then DeSantis, you know, he goes on Fox News to attack her. Like he's anyone to talk about that issue either. So
Well, let's hear your answer. What
Hold
was the
on.
Civil War
I
about?
want to get the numbers and then we'll go to that because I haven't seen it. Scroll down here, Dawson. See, this is why we need Jesse. Jesse brings the fire. God, Jesse, I missed you.
What are we
He's the
looking?
star of the show. Is he not the star of the show? Right?
What are we looking
Okay,
for?
well, you're not supposed to say.
I don't
Not
know how to
supposed to
read
nod
this.
on that one. You're supposed to say, Jake, it's your show. Jeez. All right, keep going down. I'm looking for New Hampshire. Right there, you see
what you
that
got the
box that
video.
says New Hampshire Republican primary. Click on
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Why didn't
Dawson, you
link
should
this
eventually
page?
pull up the video that Wesenberg sent you.
Hold on one second. We got Trump at 40. What's that say on the top? The Real Clear
21.5?
Politics average. I can't read
Oh,
the
46.3.
46.3. And what's Haley at?
24.8.
Oh, I thought it was in the 30s. Oh, okay, that's it.
that was
That's
one,
the average.
That
yeah,
was one
yeah, yeah.
poll.
Well, Jesse's got a. There you go.
That was
point,
one
a
poll.
point to Jesse.
Yeah.
1 point to Jesse is one poll that shows her at 30. Mm-hmm. It is the most recent poll.
No,
though.
most polls show her at like 15 to 20. You know, she doesn't have that much support in New
I don't
Hampshire.
think you need to be the guard dog on this. Who cares about New Hampshire? Like, yeah, it's the first primary, but it never determines who the nominee's going to be.
Right, but I'm just saying it's a fake
That
poll.
is true. It's never. Yeah. Go to YouTube and type in Nikki Haley Civil War. I have not seen this video. I saw the headline, and I don't trust the headlines.
I
What
do
we
want to
got
hear
on,
what you think, though. Like, or maybe this is something for all of us to
Well,
discuss.
let's all look at it, and then we'll comment. What do
Okay.
the comment section say there, Tushi? Do we have anything new?
Let's see.
What's the Civil
Yeah.
War one?
Yeah, Tucker kind of answered the question perfectly. Scroll down there, Paul. Tucci. Liberty Longbeard.
He's a wild man. He's a wild man. Look at him.
Yeah,
go.
he said the
driver's
Civil
duty.
War was started over states' rights to enact slavery. Simple answer. That exactly. what more needs to be said?
Well, it's not just slavery, but definitely had it.
But yeah, but that was the main thing, right?
There was a lot of things in the Civil
Oh,
War.
come on,
Well,
Jake.
that's what the schools want you to believe is all about slavery. It is more than that, but you can't also.
Okay,
ignore
then what
that.
else was it?
States' rights for 100% for
The
sure.
right
States'
to do
rights.
what
It was
exactly?
economical. Oh, it wasn't only
Jesse.
that.
I know
Jesse,
the right to do what though?
Jesse, I swear to God, I've seen exactly what you're going off. Yeah, states' rights to do what?
Slavery,
Yeah.
right? That's what you're talking about,
More
right?
efficient cotton production.
You know, and that's one of those things. You know, a state doesn't have the right to do unconstitutional actions onto people, right? You know, that's something that we all hold true to. We say that Constitution needs to be enforced, that Constitution needs to be applied to everybody. The Constitution wasn't being applied to everybody, so it's one of those things where Nikki Haley, she's trying to be everything to everyone. That's what the big problem is with that. She's maybe we should watch a video.
Do we have
before
a
I'm
video,
talking
Dawson?
about
I'm
it.
very curious
I
about
hope that
this.
it's the right one.
Yeah, it's really just a short clip. That's probably going
Sorry,
to play
most
it
of
as
you
well.
guys do not have headphones.
This
in
one
here,
is
so-
10 minutes long.
Wesenbergs are
Oh
loud
well,
enough for all
there's
of us.
short clips of it too.
Let's see here. This is YouTube.
I wouldn't put
I'm
those on. They're
Yeah,
gonna
look at
like-
this.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sure Nikki. Or
No, go back
Bubba the
up.
Love Sponge would tell Nikki Haley, "I'm not going to be lectured about states' rights from someone who blows the theme to Deliverance on an empty jug on their front porch."
Yeah.
Dawson, do the one right. Go up one more. Right there. Try that one. Forbes does a good job. All right, let's listen to this.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you.
Please, what was the cause of the United States Civil War?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Panic
don't
mode.
come with an easy question or anything. I mean, I think the cause of the Civil War was basically how government was going to run, the freedoms and what people could and couldn't do. What do you think the cause of the Civil War was? I'm sorry?
I'm not running for president.
I mean, I think it always comes down to the role of government and what the rights of the people are. And I will always stand by the fact that I think government was intended to secure the rights and freedoms of the people. It was never meant to be all things to all people. Government doesn't need to tell you how to live your life. They don't need to tell you what you can and can't do. They don't need to be a part of your life. They need to make sure that you have freedom. We need to have capitalism. We need to have economic freedom. We need to make sure that we do all things so that individuals have the liberties so that they can have freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to do or be anything they want to be without government getting in the way. What do you want me to say about slavery?
I'm sorry, I can't hear him. I'm trying
Next
to.
question.
Yeah.
literally, she could not
It's a
have
load of
she
mumbo
could not
jumbo.
have screwed up more on that one, and it's interesting.
And you know, since she's from South Carolina, you know, this isn't the first time that she's been asked about the Civil War. You know, and you know, it'd be interesting if she just gave an interesting explanation. You know, this is the history of it. This is what went on.
Well, hold on 1 second. Let's do our fan base, you know, the justice to tell them what happened here, because some people might not know that wasn't an innocent question. That was a targeted thing. They knew she was vulnerable in that question. You could either assume it was from the left-wing media or operatives.
Right. That's what Nikki
or
says. Nikki says it's a Democrat
It could have
plant.
been. It
I'm
could
not
have been
sure about that.
DeSantis's camp, but
think
they
it
knew
was
she had a
Trump.
vulnerability, and that's what that question was, right? Okay, so that was a trained operative knowing that there was a vulnerability there.
Isn't that
And-
good?
Well, I agree. I think it is good because she clearly couldn't answer that question. It was I don't think you could have fumbled that question more than what she just did. It was a dumb
Well,
response.
and let the record show that she's not some sort of champion for the South or whatever.
Or
because
freedom.
Remember
Hold
when
on, put
she
that on the record.
She
up
said
there.
it's about freedom. She's not for freedom.
They added it. Thank you.
Thanks.
So
Okay, it's on the record now.
you guys remember she was the one who championed replacing the South Carolina flag because it was racist.
That's a good point.
Because it had the stars and bars.
That's a good point, William.
Thank you.
Did it really?
But yeah,
I'm fresh out of bed.
I was thinking the same. But William, I was thinking the same thing because yeah, she's willing to take a stance about a flag.
Yeah.
But you know, slavery, she's not going to touch that
Well,
one.
that's the
you
thing.
know.
She knows she's
trying
weak
to
in
be
that
everything to
area.
everyone, and you know that's
Yeah.
the thing. She thinks by
But
beating
what is
around
she?
the bush.
Wait, who is she? Like she's everything.
She
to
thinks she's
everybody.
winning people like you over because you say, "Oh, it wasn't all about slavery." You know, it's like that's what.
No,
it was
that's not.
mostly
Just
about.
clearly, how's it winning me over?
Well, exactly, but that's what she's trying to do. You know, she's trying to win over people that question it a little
She
bit.
wants both sides, right? The ones
Right.
that are saying, you know, like states' rights, but also
And-
not states' rights.
Right, exactly. And the reason I love this
It
so
didn't
much
all
is because
come down
this
to
is going to
slavery.
this is going to eat away at the moderates. You know, the moderates are going to look at that and say, "Oh man, Nikki, she's not prepared. Nikki doesn't know how to talk. Nikki doesn't know what to say on these tough questions." You know, they see that she's going to fumble in the spotlight. So I think it's it's a good thing. I'm happy to see Nikki fail.
There's this great clip from The Simpsons where Apu, the
I
Indian guy.
I just asked for Dawson's email. I got the clip right here.
We should pull that up.
Dawson at BRC USA.
I've been looking. Well, thanks for reading my
Go
email.
to Michael
everybody.
Broadcorp's Twitter. He
Dawson,
actually tweeted
what's
it.
No,
your,
you're not
Dawson,
doing
what's
that.
Your,
What are
what's
you-
your email?
I'm not gonna say it on air,
Okay.
but you can get sent it. Someone
that?
can send it to you.
I will send it to you real quick.
Okay,
here,
thank you.
Tushi. I'm gonna put it in the Dave.
Okay, all right. Sounds good. I see what I see.
Here,
what-
I'll
I see
text
the
it.
thread.
Hey, I almost said it, didn't I?
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what the chat's called?
I do.
No. Does Santa over there know it? Okay, I sent it to you. Oh, we hit okay on there.
Okay.
Hey, will you make sure that the latch is back down on the front door, just FYI, and then you can close up.
Hey, just as a warning, I'm probably taking off by 9. So
What?
Jesse can have this chair.
Why are you taking off at 9?
Because I have a wife at home. And I
And I don't.
I have work in the morning.
I have
He's got a
wife at
wife.
home.
He's got a wife.
3
What's
kids.
going on? Oh my
one on the
God!
way.
You told me you were going to be here for the whole time.
Actually, it's my 8-year-old's birthday today.
Hey,
Really?
Yeah.
will you
And you're here?
I'm here.
Well, tell her we should give her a
will you
birthday
look
shout
at
out.
the
Right?
screen real quick here.
Happy
Hit the-
birthday, Freya.
The
There
blue
you go.
No, we celebrated yesterday and at lunch today.
Oh,
so,
good. Good.
My so I
There you
I
go,
don't.
Dawson. I sent you the clip
You
that I
did?
was trying to
Okay.
send that William was referencing.
I'll pull it up while I'm talking. The answer to what was the Civil War about? States' rights. States' rights to do what? Exactly what Jesse said. And they're like, well, it was about more than slavery. And then the answer is, yeah, but one of them was slavery, so I don't really care.
Oh, no doubt is the big one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hard to ignore that. I mean,
I got it.
it's more than that. But and by the way, the modern Civil War, as we were predicting, is going to be about basically, I don't know if it's even states' rights, but
And
individual
it's not even
sovereignty
race.
in many regards.
It wouldn't even be race. That is, it's the government versus we the people.
Correct.
You know,
Well, I
it's-
think
it's
that
the
was a
elitist
legitimate
versus,
argument by southern
us.
states, is you got an overimposing a federal government, right?
We shouldn't.
Because we are 180 degrees from what the founding of this country was. I heard this really interesting. Michael Mouse was on. Where was Michael Mouse? Oh, on Jordan Peterson's podcast, and it was really fascinating because it was Malice said libertarian governments don't work, and we know this because it's actually there's been an experiment, and the experiment was America. We started with the most limited government ever, and it's now morphed into the largest government to ever exist on the planet. I was like, damn, that's actually a valid point. Now, it doesn't mean libertarianism doesn't work, but the one libertarian government did not work in that regard,
Paul.
right? And I'm not arguing for any other kind of government. I'm just saying we got to go back to
Tushy, what did you do?
what is going on over there.
Tushy, I had it all set up for you.
You can
You
come.
just gotta click that thing on the left or your left.
No, it's a
Can we
different
talk about
episode.
Rumble as the goofiest ads, by the
Yeah.
way? Like,
Right.
what
It
is
does.
this?
Well, I actually saw a regular ad on Rumble the other day, and I was like, that is so nice.
Two sheets that top
We should
video.
say goodbye to
Yep.
K-Wall and T-Wall.
Thank you guys so much.
See you later, guys.
Thank you, K-Wall. Thank you, T-Wall.
Do you what's that? You want me to open it? Okay, we got a beer chug from.
Tushy.
This
Another
is
beer
a
chug?
this is a gift.
That's the Rumble rants.
Tushy.
Oh,
In person,
I'm just
Rumble
gonna say
rant.
this right now, Tushi. Start drinking. Thank you, K-Wall and T-Wall. Very
just gonna
nice,
say,
you guys. Thank
thank you
you so
guys.
much.
Happy New Year.
I was going
God
to say
bless you.
I
You
need to expel some urine, but I'll drink this first.
What in the world?
The drinking of the beer, not the urine,
I have a
right?
comment over here.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. This is just an art. It's an art. That's what it is.
The Jägermeister, the beer cans. The
beer just pulls it all together. What is that? 8
Tushy,
beers?
click the next
7
video
beers?
in the
What do you
There
want
you
him to
go.
do?
Just click the video that's outlined in red.
You see the video
Yeah,
on the right?
the
That's
top
outlined in
video
red?
there.
Tushy,
Yes.
the video outlined in red on the right.
There,
you
that
go.
He's
one?
colorblind.
All right, we're
I'm
back
losing
up.
my mind.
And now, hopefully we didn't miss a Rumble rant. If we missed a
Nope,
Rumble
we're
rant, you
good.
can chug another beer. Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
Well, let's go to the comment section here before we go back to the panel.
Somebody
What do we
said William is smart. I think that's important.
got? Well, allegedly.
so true. Many
So
such
true.
cases.
Fake news, fake news. Go ahead, let's read some comments. Can you? First question: can you
I
read
just
comments
said I
anymore?
had to go expel some urine, but all right. Let's see.
Oh, we got Rodeo 55 government overreach. Thank you.
Talking
government
about
Rodeo
Civil War stuff, current Civil War.
Here, Tushy, you can go. You can go drain the lizard if you want.
All right.
Look at try to read. Here, I'll read the comments. Go to the bathroom. Watch out for that cord. Oh my God, I'm worried about that cord. All right. Razzle dazzle. Civil War causes economic policies and practices, cultural. Oh my God, I can't even read. You are actually very limber of an individual. It is amazing. That was like Mission Impossible there going over that cord.
Dainty.
Zeta Jones right there.
That was.
He's a ballerina.
All right, razzle dazzle.
He does
Civil War
yoga every
causes
morning.
economic policies and practices, cultural values, and reach of the federal government. Most importantly, the roles of slavery within American society. According to Lincoln, slavery. Oh, it got cut off. Razzle dazzle. I don't. Does Rumble
So
have a
what are we trying
cutoff
to
on
play?
that? How much?
It might. I've seen that
Characters?
happen
Oh.
a few times.
You don't forget about The Simpsons.
Oh, cut his mic. Dover. Thanks, Dover Dan.
Yep.
Okay.
Already done.
Oh my God. Oh well, can we all admit that Nikki Haley was just murdered that response?
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't look good.
I can't
She didn't
believe
look good.
didn't
You
have
got to
just,
have a good
like-
answer for
If
tough
she
questions.
wants to be nuanced, she failed. Like I can understand what she's trying to do, and she didn't do a good
All right,
job.
next prediction 2024. Where does what?
Well,
what's
hold on. We
Nikki-
got to watch the Apu clip.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Simpsons clip.
Our guy who sent it to me isn't even on set right now.
I don't.
But I'm the one who
back on
referenced
set for
it.
about a good 20 minutes. So go
That's
ahead, play,
fine. All right.
play this set or scene. Scene. Sorry.
All right, here's your last question. What was the cause of the Civil War?
Actually, there were numerous causes. Aside from the obvious schism between abolitionists and anti-abolitionists, economic factors, both domestic and international, played a significant... Yeah.
Just say slavery.
Slavery...
Oh man.
Pretty much.
Well, Apu is correct, by the way.
Yep.
But yes, Nikki Haley ignoring that very obvious component was why she murdered that. Now it's interesting.
Well, and she, where she goes, "What do you want me to say about slavery?"
I
Like
know.
she's got this little attitude about it. It's like, "Shut up, Nikki." It's like all you got to say, "Slavery's wrong." That's the only thing you got to say. And Nikki's still trying to, please everyone, and it ain't gonna work.
I think that my favorite thing to come out of this this presidential season so far is Nikki Haley saying, "Well, what do you think the answer is?"
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what you want me to say, and then I'll say you're right.
Yeah, that's it. Now, how would Trump done that? What, Mr. President? What do you think the cause of the Civil War was in America?
Listen, they're great people on both sides. Great people. I'm joking, by the way, but
Sit down, shut up. It's slavery. We all know it's slavery. Slavery. I don't like slavery.
I think
a lot of people like slavery, not me. I don't like slavery.
I think he probably
I
would
pay
have
my
called
people.
out. I think he would
I
have.
pay my people. Slavery's bad.
I think he
Sit
would have.
down, shut up.
I think he would have called out that the person was a Democrat plant. I think that's what he would have done.
I'm
What a
not convinced
nasty
it was.
question. Yeah.
It
You
probably
go after
was.
that person, right?
Oh, that is so funny. Oh my God.
He probably
all right.
would've
So we
said-
all universally agree
would've
that
said
she
slavery.
murdered.
he probably would have said something along the lines of, he's done this before, because when they talk about Charlottesville and whatnot, he's like, what else do you want me to say? I've condemned the people. I've said it's bad,
What would you say to a slave owner? I'd say, what did he say? Stand down, stand by. What was the line?
Stand
Remember, this is the
back.
Proud Boys. Stand back,
Stand down, stand by, something like that. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a classic Trump. You're like, stand by for what? What are we doing?
I know the media jumped on that one, which
Well,
was
we
like
all
a
did. When you
slight
heard that,
slip
you're
of
like,
the-
stand by. That's a weird thing to say.
I think he was just caught up in the moment. Like,
Of course.
He was debating two people. It was, what's the name of the former Fox News guy
Chris
now?
Wallace.
Chris Wallace.
Yeah.
He was debating Chris Wallace and Joe Biden
Yeah.
at the same time. You kidding me?
Well, that was the most interesting thing about. I mean, it was a terrible debate, if you even call it. But Sean Hannity had both Ron DeSanctimonious, Ron Tanamo Bay, and Gavin Newsom on his show, and all it was basically Gavin Newsom seeing what Republican candidates have to deal with. A moderator that's debating you as well, right? It's like, yeah, Sean Hannity's not neutral here, but neither is any of the ones that run the presidential debates. So there you go. Taste your own medicine, guy. All right. Let's go back to predictions. We did COVID. We did presidency. Oh, well, Jesse, you weren't here. Who is on the ticket after September of 2024?
Oh, so who's the general election
The
candidate?
general election candidates.
Oh man, I don't know. I think it might be Biden on the Democrat side. The Democrats are pretending like that's the case. So I mean, I'm starting to think that they might be dumb enough to do it. So I think maybe Biden, probably Trump, Biden, RFK Jr., and then a mix of different third parties.
Okay. And let me ask you this question. Will Trump be on all 50 ballots?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Colorado's going to do whatever they're going to do for now, but the Supreme Court's going to
Maine.
take it over. And Trump already said on Truth Social, I'm 35-1. He's won 35 of these cases. So we think that Colorado has the authority to kick him off the ballot. No way. Give me a break. So
What happened in Maine? Maine, the Secretary of State just unilaterally.
The Secretary of State came out. I only read headlines, but it sounds like the Secretary of State just said, yeah, he's ineligible. We're not going to put him on the ballot. So just crazy stuff.
Yeah, interesting. But Colorado, they said that if Trump's not on the primary ballot, they're going to do a caucus. So that might end up being what they're going to do anyway. They might hold a caucus. Trump's going to win it then. So either way, it's going to work out. And the Colorado GOP isn't going to back down on it. We'll see how the Maine GOP does on it because, I haven't heard about it.
Mm-hmm. Will Trump be on the or will Trump go to jail? Will he serve any time in prison?
I don't think so. I don't think they want to push us that far.
What?
I think they
the
do,
audience
though.
cannot
faint
hear what we
sounds
just
in the
heard.
background.
That was the biggest beer belch that probably filled the whole studio area. I mean, and they can't hear it at home. The walls did move on that one. Oh my God, we just heard something. It's like
mic on for a second.
It was like Stranger Things, like the monsters in the hallway now. So, see, I told you he wouldn't be back for 20 minutes, and I'm very worried about him just tripping over that cord. By the way, at this point,
why is there a phone on the floor?
I don't know.
Where?
I don't know.
Right there. There's a.
Is that the prop phone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's we got some props.
I had to make space for Tushi's wings.
I mean, it's a very real phone that we definitely use.
There's Alley Cat says there's a lot of dirt coming out about the Maine Secretary of State. Interesting.
Yeah, no, the governor's no good there, so
By the way,
I'd imagine the Secretary of State can't be any better.
Want to thank Tucker for joining our communications team. Thank you very much, Tucker. And Glenn, I think Glenn is joining it, so awesome stuff. Did you even know that, Jesse?
No.
Yeah, Tony got him on
Nice.
board.
I got to meet both of those guys for the first time at the Christmas party. Really nice guys. Glenn bought me a beer. One of the shells, I think, that they make in.
That's all it takes to be a nice guy. Just buy William a beer. A lot of people say Glenn's a nice guy.
But it's true. Buy me a beer. It's cold beer.
That's right. All right, Jesse, will Trump be convicted of any of the 90-plus charges?
Oh yeah, they're going to prosecute him through, and
Well, how's he not go to
they're going to
jail
find
then?
him guilty of something. But
Well, how's he not go to jail?
Because they're going to put him under house arrest or something. That's what it's looking like from.
Oh, so they both have to campaign for their basement. That actually is a good point.
No,
that's it. I was like, I don't believe Biden's going to
they're not
going to
like put him in a. There's.
Trump's not going to
They
jail.
understand that they can't put him in a cell. They can't throw him in a Fulton
He's
County
not going to be
jail.
He's not going to be on house arrest either.
Maybe I could see them trying that. Though. I mean, is Trump going to follow their
he'll
orders?
cut it off.
No.
Hold on. Well, then does he go to jail?
No.
So he is disobeying a court order, and
He's already doing that. He's violating these gag orders.
Well,
the
yeah,
ones
but
that tell him,
they're fake.
you're not allowed to talk about the stolen 2020 election.
So
He doesn't
it's a
care.
joke.
He still does it.
It's
so
a joke, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
all-
I think that some rules don't apply to presidents, and they're going to try. And this is more of a campaign to just get people to turn against him, but they don't realize that when they go at him with lies, all it does is it makes we the people understand better that we need him.
It's going to get him more votes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. Nikki Haley. How far does Nikki Haley make it? Is she out by? Well, she loses South Carolina. She leaves
Probably Super Tuesday.
Tuesday. She hangs
I
out
bet
till
she
Super
hangs
Tuesday?
out till Super Tuesday and then gets out of the way.
Well, then if she's gone by Super Tuesday, is Guantanamo based?
I don't know. I was thinking there's only one way Ron can redeem himself. He needs to drop out, endorse Trump. Maybe he can wait a couple of these primaries, but if he, let's say it's just down to Trump and Nikki, and then Ron drops out and then gets behind Trump, he'd be redeemed. A lot of people would say, okay, he's not getting behind Nikki.
Yeah.
It'd be the only way that we could, maybe mend that fence between.
And Nikki clearly wouldn't endorse Trump at this point. Right?
Yeah, not
she
right
totally
now.
would. No, she'll wait until Super Tuesday.
She'll be like, "What do you
She'll
guys think I
drop
should do?"
out and join the ticket.
No,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
that's
VP?
fake news. That's total fake news.
Yeah,
No,
I wouldn't
she's
believe
joining
that.
the ticket.
William, if she does that, I wouldn't even consider voting for it.
Here's the thing, the
That's
media.
fine, but that doesn't dictate what's reality.
No, but here's the thing.
You think they literally would do that move?
Haley is a major contender for vice president.
No, she's not.
Go at
No.
him, Jesse.
Here's
Go
the
at
thing.
him.
The mainstream media says that she is. Meanwhile, what's Trump saying? He's on True Social saying she's a bird brain. So I don't think that he's
Well, of
going to have
course he's gonna
VP
do
bird
that.
brain.
You think
he's
you
doing
think
that
Trump's
on a
gonna
daily
have
basis.
Nikki Haley as his vice president?
Either that or Secretary of State. They're floating both options.
No, who's floating that? Not Trump. The
Secretary
media
of
is
State.
floating
Can
that.
you
The
imagine
media is the
that?
one
Why
saying.
hasn't Trump dispelled it then?
Because
it's
Trump likes to
mainstream-
mess with everybody. He wants these Nikki people. There's
4D
these
chess.
moderates.
4D chess,
It's
right?
I think
4D
we're on
chess.
20D chess
Right?
at this
No.
point.
It's
Yeah.
4D chess because Trump's basically saying, I want these Nikki people to think that I'd make her something. He's not going to do anything with
It's
Nikki.
his effort to
Wait.
unite the GOP and also win the swing voters in the general election.
That's right. You're seeing the vision.
Ron
now.
went against Melania. What did he do against Melania? I don't know. Do you know?
What?
Ellicat says Ron went against Melania. Odd one says Ron has gone against Trump too much to back him now, but I don't agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know anything about Ron going after Melania?
I can't remember that. That sounds like some
I'm not
Ted
sure.
Cruz behavior. That's what kind of tanked Ted Cruz when Ted Cruz decided to get nasty, and then Trump said, "I'll put the dirt out on Heidi." Heidi Cruz, Ted's wife. Trump was ready to rail her
Goldman
over
Sachs,
too. So.
right? She works for Goldman Sachs, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the thing? Bird brain seems to dispel it just fine. Yeah. So you really do believe that Nikki Haley will be the Veep?
I don't know if she will be, and I truly believe she's a contender. I don't think she's a good option, you guys. I'm just saying that it's
No,
it's
I know,
in
I know,
Trump's
but
short list.
I mean, if they did that, it's just
Another
like, you
possible
are, Joe.
option is Kristi Noem. I know people have been talking about her.
Yeah.
I think she'd be slightly better.
Slightly
but
better
Ben
than-
Carson is
Should
also
be
like
much better.
probably the top.
I like Ben
One
Carson.
of
Ben
the top
Carson's
people.
the top?
I don't
Yeah.
believe that. No, Ben Carson's got no energy. Trump needs to get someone that Trump understands. He needs to get someone that's going to appeal to voters that that he's not going to naturally get. But he's also got to pick someone that's not going to piss off all of
So
MAGA.
I was talking to someone about this earlier today, and I don't think that, in my opinion, I don't think that Vivek brings in more people because the same people that vote for Trump are going to vote for Vivek.
Right.
But does he bring in young voters that might not vote for Trump?
Maybe.
I hadn't thought of that. That's
He's
a
just
good point.
I think he's more likely for a cabinet position. One, I don't think he wants vice presidency. I don't think he wants a cabinet position.
Because he wants
But-
to run for Senate in Ohio, right? That's your theory, Vivek.
That was my theory, but I think it might be too late now.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the filing.
I'm not
deadline
sure
is.
either. He has a weird last name, which I don't think helps him.
Yep.
He has no experience. He's from Ohio, which is a safe Republican state at this point. Maybe he brings in young voters, but probably not. You could do that with other people. I like Vivek, but I don't think he's...
I don't like Vivek.
Billy says Royce White for VP. What do you think about that, Jesse?
I'm down for that.
Are ya?
Oh yeah, that'd be
He's
awesome.
got to
real?
run for Senate here, though.
Yeah, that's right. We need to save Minnesota too.
Well,
let's-
Jesse for
they don't,
VP.
The media, the media is just ignoring Royce White, which, by the way, most people aren't paying attention to him. I've met him one time. I look at him, and I don't think he's definitely not a typical candidate, but I don't want a typical candidate. But there's some point where you actually have to act like a candidate.
I do got to get going, guys.
You got to get
but
going?
I think Haley is a likely contender. You're going to see more and more people talking about it. And until Trump dispels it, I think that's a possibility. That's all I'll
He
say.
dispels it every day on Truth Social.
He hasn't. He's
Tushy,
picked Mike
just unplug
Pence in
that,
the past.
cord so
So
you don't
just
trip
saying.
over it. Just
But
unplug
he does have my vote as of right now in the primary. So
Good to
all right.
hear.
Happy New Year, guys.
We're happy to have you,
Good to
William.
see
MAGA
Zach
William.
straight-laced.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Hey, by the way,
Finally.
well, that's fair. I probably take tomorrow off. No, it's
Tell me
not
to
gonna
play that
happen.
video when you're way over.
There you go, Jesse upgrades. All right,
we're
well, we
moving,
do have
furniture.
Tushy back. I was reading your
So,
comments. We
Paul,
do need
who-
to end the show
who
here
do,
soon.
Who do
It
you think
is
is going to
over
be
2 hours.
vice president?
I think so.
Vice presidential pick, Tushy?
Vice presidential.
Is his mic back on, by the way?
Check.
Yeah, it sure is.
Check. Should I do a belch for Dover?
No.
Okay. We'll just trust that it's on.
That's the best still shot right there. Look at that.
What?
The still shot right there of you
Yeah.
with all the beer.
It's classy.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Keeping it real.
Goodness gracious.
So, VP pick.
Do you have a VP pick? Who do you think Trump takes in the VP as VP? That's right. He doesn't pick anyone. It's just
Yep.
Trump. It's a solo ticket. John's
Okay.
like, do we really need a VP? What do
Well,
they
what-
I mean,
do?
obviously they're saying
Don
could
Jr..
be Ben Carson, it could be Nikki Haley, it could be Santos. I'd say none of those. It'll be A wild card.
How would that be?
A wild
Trump?
But see, here's the thing.
Wait, a Trump ticket.
Well, you
It'll
could
be
have
a
Don
wild
Jr.
card thing.
Yeah.
I'm predicting a wild card. None of those people. None of those front runners.
What do you think, Tucker Carlson? That's also,
Yeah,
some people are talking about.
Tucker
I
doesn't
don't
seem
think so
interested in
either.
it.
Jesse, will you turn off your mic?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be someone that isn't talked about. William, love him, but he's just reciting what he hears in the media at this point. The Carsons, the Haleys, Vivek, all that. That's not going to happen. It's going to be someone who is helpful geographically, probably helpful in certain segments, and it's going to be someone that we haven't even thought of.
Well, the thing
100%.
that was nice about Pence is like he was lame, right? Let's just be honest, but he was like the even hand, right? Steady hand, I should say. He was a steady hand. Well, I know he's boring.
And
but
if
he
you
was a
go
steady
by
hand.
that, let's go back to Tim Kaine.
Well, that's where Ben Carson. You make
Well, I
the
like
argument
Ben
for
Carson.
Ben Carson.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a steady hand
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. Although he is a Seventh-day Adventist.
I don't know. All I know is I liked him when he was running.
A very nice guy.
He's smart, and he's smart. You can ask him a question, and he's going to answer it, not beat around the bush. It says Ron and his wife nicknamed Melania Walmart Melania.
What?
That's what Alley Cat 62 says. If you'd be doing your job, you would see that there.
Let me see. Let me scroll
No,
down.
don't worry
here.
about it. You don't need it.
Let me scroll down
So
here.
bad.
All right, I don't know where Alley Cat is, but
This is the first time on the show I did not want a Rumble rant to come in. I'm like, I don't think we can handle anymore. They're trying to get me to chug 2 beers.
who said that about Melania?
Alley Cat 62.
Said Ron.
No, who said that about
Ron
Melania?
DeSantis
Ron
did.
DeSantis.
I'll never vote for DeSantis.
Well,
Hey,
no, I
who
never-
is your pick, Mr. True Liberty?
Never gonna vote for DeSantis.
Who's your guy, True Liberty?
Who's my guy?
Yeah. Or gal.
Or gal?
Do you even care about the presidential election?
Since 03, 04, I have been not thrilled about the presidential races.
Oh,
for the last
2008 and 2012
20
you were,
years,
because
but,
you and I worked on the campaign together.
Well, true, but
Yeah.
not when it came down to the
the final.
McCain versus
Right,
Obama or whoever. Yeah. I'm.
You don't care. You don't see a good option. That's where you're at.
I love everything that Vivek says, but I don't trust him.
I don't either.
I would take Trump back, even though I have a ton of issues with him.
Yeah.
I take him back.
He's voting Trump.
He's voting Trump.
Yeah,
You think so?
we've talked about this many times, so I'll answer for him.
I'll vote Trump in the general if he's.
By the way,
probably vote him in the primary.
Wesenberg's your agent.
My agent?
To get you on the show today, I worked through Wesenberg to get you on the show.
It's true. I found out 23 hours ago when.
I'm just gonna say, it's a pleasure having you on the show. You really spice it up. I would love to have you on the show very regularly. I think the audience would too. We love you, Tushi. Yeah,
It's interesting.
it
Well,
is interesting.
I do enjoy wings and old style.
Can we see you more? Can we see you more often? I would love to have you here more often.
Might be something to come in 2024.
Okay, there we go. 2024. We got some big things coming down the pipe. We're gonna wrap up the show here. We were over 2 hours, which is a long show for us. One of the things that we're trying to do here is just be the alternative to corporate media. I think at this point, and I had a clip, but I'm not going to show it here, but Tucker was on Breaking Points. And he was talking about how, comedians are doing well in the media space nowadays, and that's because they're telling the truth. So that's what we're trying to do here. That doesn't mean we always get things right. We try to fact check amongst ourselves live, but if we get something wrong, we'll tell people. But what we're doing is we're telling you what we believe to be the truth. The corporate media is honestly looking at you and telling you something they know not to be true. And that's why I think they're dying. They're a dying breed. And so here we are, 100 episodes in, running a studio. I can tell you it's hard to get that done. And I think we wouldn't get this done if it wasn't for the T-Walls and the K-Walls. And Dennis, you're a big fan, so thank you very much. Brad's always tuning in when he's not here in studio. In fact, all you guys are tuning in when you're not in studio. So it's you guys that made this happen, 100
Speaking of
episodes.
guys that are tuning in when they're not in the studio, we got 3 more comments here.
Okay, go ahead.
Odd One says Tushi, it misspelled spelling, is not the best comment reader, just saying, easily beer distractible. Bill Dangsfen says, Liberty Longbeard looks like he's ready to go snowmobiling with Mark Johnson and John Jasinski. There's a couple of shots at your colleagues there, Senator Wesenberg. And
what do you say about that, Wesenberg?
God Save Our Republic says, I'll stick around to see what Tushy pass out and knock all those beer cans off the table. All right. Oh, we got another Rumble rant from Tucker91. $5. You need to see Jake take a shot before the show ends.
I've been drinking this whole time, Tucker. I got a Willet bourbon here. I'll give you a beer. No, I've been drinking.
For the record,
Trust
Mr.
me, I'm not a guy that doesn't drink. I enjoy my bourbon, but I do have a show to run.
Napkin Nader
so, like any other guy.
79. Congrats on the 100th. Received a Rumble notification at 9:05. Still caught the ending. Keep it up.
Napkin Nader, thank you so much. See, this is what I'm saying. Tucker, Napkin Nader. Unfortunately, we didn't have the Patriot Carla Nelson. It must not worked for her time. And other people I'm not thinking right off the top of my head, but we really appreciate you guys. We would not be here if it wasn't for you. This might be a stupid thing to say, maybe we should just wrap things up and not do another show and just move on. But it's just like when I see this, Brad, and you watch the show, you're one of our big fans. It's like the show must go on.
The show's got to go on. Yeah.
So the show's going to go on in 2024. The haters going to hate it, but you guys are the ones that make this work, and we're just going to keep doing what we do. And honestly, if I was not being who I am normally, I would be out. I wouldn't be doing this thing, So we appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll continue bringing a good show to you. So
we need to say for the record, I'm not driving home Mr. Dingsfeld, neither is Senator Wesenberg. So just to get that out there.
I think Wesenberg's doing just fine. It's
well, I'm just saying neither of us are driving, so
no, we're not going anywhere.
Complaints.
I got to put you guys up tonight, huh? Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Well, I didn't mean that.
One king size bed. Is that what we want?
No, and someone did make a comment about drinking. Obviously, these shows are mostly not drinking, but it is a New Year's show, and we're having fun celebrating 100th episode. It's not a thing to go on there and drink, but we can have fun. Yeah, and that's all right. So, and everybody else can too.
Well, exactly. It's honestly it's our generation. We know how to drink, but you got to do it responsibly. No doubt about that. So, by the way, I didn't offer you a
no
drink.
Pulling a Bob Looney.
I'm all good.
Take an Uber home if you're going to drink. No
Didn't he get like 3 DWIs on a Sunday morning?
Who knows? All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this 100th episode. We'll be back, I think, next week already, again with a brand new season. I guess we'll call it seasons. Is that what we're gonna do?
Yep.
Season 2.
Should we do that, Dawson?
Season 2
Season 2 of The Truth Hurts. Okay. I always thought that was funny.
You could buy it on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Well, we started in January 2023, so I guess we have a season. So season 2 of The Truth Hurts. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. God bless.